hold on. Now I gotta maneuver. Give me a sec. I have to. Now I'm coming. I'm on the way. Sometimes we gotta dance a little bit, move around, see what's happening. Yeah, we good? Camera looks good? I think we're looking good. Back at the campsite again. Hold on. Oh god, I have to use the Twitch app for the first time since the update, and now I'm gonna see how this goes. Stream manager? I just want to see chat. Here we go. Can I see better chat? Listen, can y'all hear me good? Am I like... Oh, I can see chat on the screen too. But that is now behind, so I have to go back to this one. Campfire Danny. Well, Camp Counselor Danny. Campfire Danny would be the well, forgot I got it. There we go. That's Campfire. There we go. Finished my story finally. Hell yeah, goes to Noza. I remember you saying you like had it close, but you're like, it is what it is. So I didn't know you're like rushing to finish it. But I also saw your link wasn't in there, so I'm like, that makes sense. Can y'all hear this? Every time I ask about this stupid thing, because it's like, it's loud. And I never know how loud it comes through the mic. Woohoo, it's a bit of a rush, but it works. Okay, fair enough. That's okay, I bet it'll be amazing. It's also about 1,000 words. Okay, that's a lot of zeros. Dang, the main thing I struggled on random character names. There's probably a generator for that. Just name generator on Google, and you just throw you some. But I know you've been posting like, can I get some names on the Discord? But and then Quark's the tough part. I can see that. I guess you just ponder the point of coming up with like the extra characters when I think there's like umpteen people who like exist in the like the people who talk to about it. So, but I guess we'll see what we get there. Let me finish just before I leave for Granddad's 70th. Hell yeah, exciting! Happy birthday, Granddad! Enjoy Granddad's birthday and birthday to him. Happy birthday to him. By the way, my internet isn't great, so I'm probably gonna be behind. It checks out. I seem to be par for the course this last week. I think the internet's just down around the world. I does good, perfect. See, lol. Hell yeah. Can you I didn't hear anyone say anything about the campfire. Do you guys hear the crickets and everything? Is it loud and annoying? And the music should be playing, I just can't hear it. So actually, let me do this because someone's gonna have to clip that. If that was real fire, it would have spread. Oh no. Oh, not the womp. Actually, can my headphones reach far enough? Could I just like actually wear them? I'd have to untangle the cable. Ooh. It's a little taut, but actually this might work fine enough. Might be okay. I turn the crickets off because I think they're annoying. But I guess if I just... I want to be able to hear the music, but... I just want to make sure the music's not too loud. Is the music good? It looks like it might be kind of loud. I want it to kind of be like somber, you know? But we can see because I can see how quiet this afternoon is already. Let me go to TikTok. Hold on. I need for my story. Hey there, TikTok. I'm live over on twitch.tv/CGDannyB, and it is Camp Counselor Danny Day. For new subs, or if anyone uses the Jake the Rattlesnake thing and he bites, we'll be writing your name on the shirt. We've got a little Sharpie going on. Right now, just a CGDannyB, but it's going to be a good time. So, twitch.tv/CGDannyB, come hang out. We're going to read some viewer-submitted stories, and then after that, probably just a Cuphead book. So, it's a good time. Hopefully see you guys there. We got him, baby. Twitch.tv/ I should record this well before, but here we are. And my story. Okay, that's there. That's there. Cool, cool. All right, sorry, look at it again. Hey, yo, medic, what's poppin'? How we doing? Cuphead, music good? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I just want to make sure, like, again, there's always the, like, yeah, music's good, but, like, yeah, we can hear the music, but how loud is it to me? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, catch my drift? So I could at least view the damn thing. Well, let me see it. I can't see my own thing. I gotta talk to see how the music sounds in my own head. Forgive me. Forgive me. I gotta talk to see how the music sounds in my own head. Forgive me. Okay, okay. Noted, noted, noted. We got it. We see it. We understand. We understood the assignment. Not too loud. Perfect. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Oh, man. How's everybody's weekend going so far? You guys excited? I literally, moments before the countdown ended, I was like, oh, shoot. I gotta put on shoes because you guys can't be looking at my feet. So I put on my Clodhopper 69s. I can't show them. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I got these steel-toe boots for a job where I wasn't even in the factory, but I had to go out every now and again. So they like, you need steel-toe boots for this. So I just always had them on my desk. Here we go. Not too loud. So what's August goal, or is it still? I think we decided on Bob Rossi B, or whatever we called him last time. I have the wig and everything over there, so I think that's the plan. If we hit the sub goal, we'll do the Bob Ross painting stream. Good so far. Gonna work some. Sorry, my monitor's turned just enough where it like cuts off. Good so far. Gonna work some mods at work day. Some more, some of at work day. I'm trying to piece it together, Hypnotic. I really am. Some overtime. Okay. Oh, OT. Okay, I got it. I thought the OT was of, and I was trying to figure out what that was supposed to be. Nah, I got you. I didn't see it as an abbreviation. I thought it was a typo. I see you. Is the mic too loud? I know I'm using the second mic that I have, and this one's okay, but it is a little like, it's a little, ha! I can see where it like cuts me off on OBS, and I might turn it down if it's too much. You know what I mean? The headphones ain't gonna be the vibe, though. I can see that. I'm just gonna let them chill next to me. Ugh. I see you. My bad. My overtime. I was just like. Work some of at work, some of at work today. Mike's a little loudish. All right, hold on. Let me finagle. Give me a second. Don't touch the fire, kids. It's dangerous. Oh God, hold on. I'm stepping. I don't want to trip. I'll turn this down a bit. Like here. All right, hold on. Before I come back over, I'm gonna try this. How's this sound? I'm gonna talk like just a couple sentences, see how it sounds. We're like, just like I kind of hit like peak and whatnot. But how's that sound? How's that? We doing better? I see, yeah, a bit loud, but that was previously. I'll make sure before I walk back around the desk. Anyway, I just like to see that it's nice and beautiful-ious. Oh God, I see the app just did the thing. Mike's good now. Perfect. Come back around. So now hold on. Because my app just did it. So you're telling me so while I was watching my own stream from my phone, it slides to the next person? That's so dumb. Why'd it do that? What did they think this app was gonna do? What? That's dumb. Anywho, I gotta open the tablet again. I guess we can get reading soon, but I guess let me do 11. I messed something up. Cool beans. Open the Nomi story. I'll do Medics first. It was Medics, right? I think Medics the one who submitted their story. Sorry, I just grabbed the links before. I didn't pay too much attention to names. But here's what I'm thinking, chat. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm just not updating Twitch on my phone. Yeah, mine was set to auto update, so I just don't use the app that often. I'm always on my desktop. But yeah, this sucks. I don't like the way they do this. Now, here's what I'm thinking for today. I thought about doing signatures for the shirt. I don't know if I'll do them all in the moment at like right away, just because it's gonna be weird. But I got a Sharpie, and I figured anybody who subs, gifts a sub, or uses our Rattlesnake Jake thing right here. So I bought this a while ago as like a sub goal thing, where like whenever somebody sub, we pull a piece of gold and we do whatever. But you see if we do like, ooh, he's got, hold on, listen to him. Oh, your hat! Well, sorry, Jake. You see if I go to grab some gold, he gets a little rattlesnakey. So eventually when he pops, I guess if you make him pop, you write your name on the thing. So each time someone redeems it, I'll like pull 5 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And then I don't feel like getting him to get his hat right now, so but yeah, I figured that'd be fun. And then we start getting names on the shirt. I'll write them around the sleeve and stuff. But anywho's azzles, I guess this is going to be our quaint little chillax and relax and streamy here. If you see any friends who forgot about the stream, want to come hang out and listen to some stories, we're going to read Medics. We're going to read Zenozas. I think it was the only 2 that were submitted. If anybody else submitted and you want to put it in the chat so I can like see it, you gotta have to remind me. So there's a little thing on the iPad here. I got that. There we go. And yeah, should be good. Seems cool. It's pretty neat. Yeah. I'm just again, I can't like hear, like, I don't have the monitor immediately in front of me. Usually I have a monitor here that's turned, but my waters are, I don't want to stand up, but when I'm thirsty, I'm gonna stand up and get my water. It's on the desk though. I think that's about it. You guys want to start just reading stories? Camp Counselor Danny doing our thing. Anything that goes on and goes down. Oh, you motherfuckers. Now I have to get up. I hate you. I said I wasn't thirsty yet. Damn it. Whoa. All right, now what I was saying, now that I'm up. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. You're gonna have to clip things. I don't have access to my hot clips. So if anything goofy, funny, silly, or cute happens, you gotta clip it, you know what I mean? But, let's think here. What do we talk about? Agua. I started writing mine during my holiday for the past 2 weeks and just finished it today. It's not long. I wanted to make it sound good. Yeah, for sure, dog. For sure. It sounds like what it'll being is if it's yours and then Zenozas, which both could be pretty quick, it'll probably just be a lot of Cuphead. So, shit. You be thirsty once you go to read Zenoza? Is that what you were? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Like, are you saying I'll be thirsty in Zenoza's story? Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, Dad, you're gonna be thirsty. You're just gonna be like, you're gonna have read a lot by then. You're gonna have a drink. I guess I'm just 1,000 words, dog. I spit 1,000 words every time I talk. I'm sure since we started the show, I've already said like 3,000 words. I just be talking like that, dog. 1,000 words ain't nothing. Let me try something though. If I do this, right? It's fucking stuck in the thing. How does that sound? Is that like audibly okay? Do I sound like I'm talking normal? I'm going for like a lapel mic kind of thing here. I just don't want to hold the mic. This is probably the most unprepared I think I've been for one of these. I threw this all together a couple hours ago just to like knock everything into place, and also the one I put on the floor, the blanket laid on the floor is a little slippery dippery. So like I feel like I'm gonna go to stand up at one point just like, and bust my ass. Huh? That's crazy. Yeah, it's good. Cool. All right. Well, then tell you what. Everybody get your marshmallows, roast your weenies, and put on bug spray because they're out. Am I back? Okay, the cable came undone. I can see that's not gonna function. That won't work. That won't work. What was the last thing you heard? Did you hear any of the story at all? Damn it. Alright, I guess I gotta hold the mic all classic style. I don't have an arm for it. Alright, hold on, run it back. Sorry. When you get to be my age, you're just tired all the time. It's okay. Starting over for the story. Fuck. That's so dumb. That was the first. Literally start the first story and the mic breaks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Rest on your shoulder. That's kind of what I was doing, I guess. But like, does this work? Yes. Let me make sure it's facing this way. Does that still sound good? Is that better? Make sure it's still coming through. If for any reason it comes unplugged again, I need someone to use like the air horn noise so I know to stop and check. Hopefully there's not like a 14-hour cooldown on that. Sorry about that. Here we go again. I'm hoping someone uses this as like their like ASMR go to sleepy by time, like data reading stories, then also yawning every 30 seconds to be like, I'm a sleepy boy, you know. But hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Tuck in and enjoy the story here written by Aid Mennick. In the heart of the whispering woods, where the trees hummed ancient songs and the air shimmered with magic, there lived a gnome named Danny. I'm glad I looked up what I did, otherwise I would have read the whole damn story. Noza, we just started, brother. We just started, brother. And read your story. Danny was the smallest of his gnome friends, which again, not me, that's Connor. Connor's shortest. I'm not the smallest. But he had the biggest heart and the most curious spirit. He'd love to explore the woods. Sorry, explore the forest, different thing. Same thing, different words. Searching for new mushrooms, chatting with squirrels, and listening to the wind. I do enjoy listening to a good wind. Wait your turn. By the way, 1 a.m. tipsy drag here. Hey, damn, dog. You drink it? Okay. One day, Danny was gathering dew from a sparkling spiderweb, and shadows passed over him. Before he could look up, a pair of talons gently scooped him off the ground. Danny gasped as he was lifted into the air by a giant purple bird with glistening feathers and eyes like amethyst. Ooh, we getting those descriptors. Okay, dog. Who are you? Danny squeaked, clinging to his tiny hat as the wind whipped past him. Oh God, not this. I'm Burb, Burb replied in a deep, melodic voice. I've seen you wandering the woods, and I thought you'd like to see the world from up here. Though Danny was scared, he couldn't deny the beauty of the view. The treetops looked... Damn it, Google Drive, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, the tab came down and blocked all the words. He couldn't deny the beauty of the view. The treetops looked like a green ocean. The river sparkled like silver ribbons. Stop, Danny, drive. But as the forest grew smaller beneath them, Danny's heart began to ache. He missed the warmth of his village, the laughter of his friends, and the smell of the earth after rain. Burb, this is wonderful, but I need to go home, Danny said, his voice trembling. But Burb didn't hear him.
The birds soared higher and higher over mountains and valleys until they reached a land Danny had never seen before. The ground was covered in purple flowers that glowed softly, and the sky was a swirl of twilight colors. And then this is hard to see. This is hard to see probably from the camera, but it's in the Discord. Oh yeah, you can't see that at all. And I'm not standing up. But yeah, I think Medic put another version of it in the Discord, but it says, the ground was covered in purple flowers that glowed softly, and the sky was a swirl of twilight colors. Whew. Excuse me. This is very nice so far, Medic. I like the writing. It's been a minute since I've had adult drinks. Oh, okay, I see. Is this a Danny x Chris fan fiction? Y'all wish. I can't even see. Is that Glow Eye? Listen, if it's out there, I told y'all to write it, and if you didn't write it, then I can't read it. I made one of those. Put it in the Discord then. I posted a better pic in the Discord. Yes, you sure did. Better quality for sure. Burp finally landed on a tall ancient tree that stood in the center of the strange land. Gently he placed Danny on a branch and looked at him with curious eyes. Why do you want to go back, little one? Burb asked. Isn't it beautiful here? It is, Danny admitted, but it's not my home, my friends, my village. They're my heart. Without them, I'm lost. You think I'm this sentimental? That's what I just hit him in. I've seen a lot of George Lopez clips lately, sorry. Burb tilted his head, considering Danny's words. Then, with a soft coo, he said, I see. I didn't mean to take you away from what you love. I just wanted to share this beauty with you. Danny smiled, touched by Burb's kindness. Thank you, Burb. I'll never forget this, but I must return to my friends. With a nod, Burb spread his great wings and lifted Danny once more. This time they flew back over the mountains and valleys. The familiar green of the Whispering Woods came into view. Burb gently set Danny down on the edge of his village, where his gnome friends were waiting, worried and anxious. When they saw Danny, they rushed over, hugging him tightly. He was so scared, cried a gold yellow gnome. I knew Connor. Connor would be the little scared one. Connor's a little scared one. Oh, I'm Connor. I'm scared. I'm sorry, Danny said, tears of joy in his eyes. I went on an adventure, but I realized that there's no place like home. Burb, watching from above, gave a final friendly chirp before flying off into the sunset. Danny waved until Burb was just a speck in the sky, and then he turned back to his friends, his heart full and happy. From that day on, Danny never strayed far from the village, and he constantly cared for his gnome's safety and joy to make sure that no one feels the short fear that he felt. The end. So what I'm hearing is that Burb kidnapped me from my office, and I don't like it. Why did Burb come to my house and kidnap me? Why did he do that? Why would he do that? You can't steal me. That was really nice, man. Thank you. I like that. You even got the cameo for Connor setting up for chapter 2. Oh, that's such a pretty picture. Did you make the picture in like... What'd you use for the picture? Like a Procreate or something? Oh, sorry, yawning once again. That one is Zeno's fault. Close this. Share it with me. I have to pull it up because it's in... shared. Here we go. The Apple one's different than the one I have. Honestly, I wouldn't mind making a second list. Hey, go for it. If we just have the short stories, because I don't think they have to be like big, long, you know, type deals to be read on the thing. But we have a bunch of little short stories for sure. Oh yeah, Zeno's didn't use Google Drive. Zeno's used something else, and I have to download Chrome. Mother, you don't have Chrome? Safari? It's loading. Sorry. What a lovely one. What a lovely one. I should use Ibis Paint. Sorry, I'm trying to read from like 6 feet away with my fingies. Okay, it was pretty good for some these little fingy paints. You know what I mean? Where'd my water go? Forgive me as I readjust. I'll give it a minute before we do the next story. That way we're not just flapping on in right away. My agua is waiting. But how you guys doing? Glow Eye, long time no see, homie. How you been?
You got the CGDannyB fan fiction? Where we at? Does my phone still do the static with this guy? I assume it does. Shibbity bop bop boo bum. Jesus, got here, fire. Ooh, snake, snaky Jake. Relax, Jake. Here, take it back. I don't even need it right now. Remember, guys, there is a channel point redemption called Rattlesnake Jake, and if you use it, I'll go to take some gold from him, and if it cracks or he snaps at me, we'll write your name on the shirt. I can't really hear any when it's near the mic. Okay. Noted. It might be in a better mood with this one, so. Medic redeemed Rattlesnake Jake. I assume you guys probably heard the snake hiss. I did not, so. Relax, I'm moving you closer, brother. You screaming at me for? Okay, hold on, ready? I'm gonna take 5 pieces of gold. And if he snaps at me, we'll reset it and I'll write Medic's name on the shirt. Ready? 1. Ah, fucking bitch ass bitch. You went so fast. I was trying to test this earlier. I was testing this earlier to see how it worked, and it took him like 40 minutes to like snap. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna take forever. Okay, hold on. The cooldown's 3 minutes, I think. I think it's 3 minutes on the cooldown for that. Let me let's see. Does it not show you guys like the countdown? Like on the screen? I guess I gotta figure out where to write your name. Now I'm trying to think what's the smart thing here, because I could write this. You know what I mean? Like if I do aid. And you have an underscore? Yeah, underscore. Try to make sure I don't do any backwards. And there we have it. You're on. Come a little closer, see if I can show it. And boom. I think, here you go. You make the shirt, Medic. You're the first one. After me, of course, but. It does it on mobile? Gotcha. Oh. Fuck you looking at, Jake? You ugly bitch. Here, put your shit back on, dummy. I can't put his fucking... Okay. I had to test to make sure it was working. Woohoo! Nice. Hell yeah. I don't know how this is gonna work in the wash then. If it's gonna like... I assume because it's Sharpie it'll stick around, but... I don't know for sure. Also, if anybody resubs or gifts a sub, I'll put the names on it. Honestly, what I'll do, because I'll even be generous about it, if subs are gifted, anyone who gets gifted the subs, I'll put their names on there too. It gives a little more room, you know what I mean? Let me see. Isn't the Fortnite live event today? Is it? Now, I know there's like the D23 thing, like the Disney thing, but it's like the end of the season event today. If it is, I had no clue. Haven't played this season that much, but I heard the next season is Marvel, so I might go back in. I have also heard that it's Marvel through like leaks and stuff. So big. Let me see. Fortnite. Excuse you. Event. I put Gortnite. When's the Fortnite live event date and time for annual D23 Ultimate Fan Event? Oh no, that would make sense. Because if it's the D23, yeah. So when is the Fortnite live event? The D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event will include Fortnite and Disney collaboration reveals live from the Horizon Disney blah 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 blah, which will stream exclusively in Fortnite on Saturday, August 10th at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time. I don't know what Arizona is to PA. Did they say Arizona? What's the time zone in Arizona? Fucking shit, dog. Gort night? Yeah, it's exactly what I wrote. Gort night. Did we just stop putting time zones on things? Oh, here we go. Log into Fortnite at or around 10:30 p.m. God damn. Hold on. Okay, Google. Set a reminder for 10 p.m. tonight. Fortnite event. So find the Disney Horizon live. So it's not even like... Okay, hold on. So there's an event and there's also like a code for like the room. I can put that in Discord then. Access the island to watch the event, which starts at 11:30. Fucking hell. So I have to wait in line for an hour for a digital event? What? That's crazy. That's 3 a.m. for me? That's ridiculous, dude. Like, I get it. I get, like... And I don't, though. Because if it's going to... I guess, well, hold on. Yeah, because if Arizona's 7:30... Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. Time zones suck. I think the whole world should be on one time zone. If we just make the moon and the sun bigger, then we don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. But yeah, I don't plan to, like, go live or anything for it. Like, but I'll probably watch it. I think Chris and I were talking about watching it at one point, but see what's going on. Because they had D23 last night. They announced a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you guys all saw that. Oh, did you redeem Jake? You sure did. Sorry, I didn't see it over there. I thought I'd make the snake loud enough so it'd be heard, but maybe it's not. All right. 5 gold nuggets for Hypnotic. Give me a second. Stop. Jake, relax. Jake? I couldn't pick it up. That's 4. All right. That's 5 nuggets. That's 5 nuggets. No bite. Jake's chilling. Sorry, Medic, you're gonna... sorry, Hypnotic, you're gonna have to go again, son. That's 5 gold for this guy. Go back to Pangea or whatever it was called. For the country break apart. Can you imagine we just put a bunch of like metal wires and just yanked the planet back together? I think we'd have more political issues than anything. Time zones prove the Earth is not flat. True that. True. True. Then maybe I don't want to do Pangea. If we Pangea and then the whole world comes together and we're like, now the Earth is flat because time zones aren't a thing. We'll leave the world separated. I'd rather do with time zones than flat earthers, honestly. Ooh, almost dropped a tablet. Oh, man. All right, but you also have to scold me again because you can redeem it more than once. Once the 3 minutes is up, you can more than you would wish. Fuck me. You're more than welcome to do it again. However, I want to get into. I can't. Don. I'm trying to open Zenoza's thing, but it's like letting me type, and I don't want to type. I just want to read it. Thank you for using Office. We made some updates to the privacy settings. Uh-oh. Privacy settings. Let's... Hey, yo, who's that? I can't see.
Story time? Oh, boy.
Where'd my fucking Twitch shit go? Story time! Oh boy, it's Phantom! Phantom, thank you so much for the 35 months. And now, you get added to the shirt. Hold on, I gotta write it. I really should have this shirt like off and separated, but it's gonna be hard to write. Phantom, do you want me to just put Phantom? Why'd I give you the weird A? Yeah, if I do Phantom Composure, it's gonna go all the way to my armpit. You can just be Phantom. Shirt time. Yeah, look. I don't know how well it shows from here, but it's there's CGDannyB, there's Aid Medic, and there's Phantom already. Remember, if you sub, gift subs, get gifted a sub, or use Rattlesnake Jake. Rattlesnake Jake's the one that's like the that's like the. Hold on, I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit. For the next person. I can look it over and make sure I didn't see it. Actually, can I just... Was that just now? Did it say that? Did you do... Weird. It showed Hypnotic redeemed, but it doesn't show it on the chat. Did you redeem it, Hypnotic, and I missed it? Dude, I'm so lucky my parents bought themselves some Big Macs, but they messed up the order completely, so now they get a refund and resending of the order. I get a free fries and chicken share box. Nice! Chicken share box. Honestly? Guys, this is said and done. This might be a McDonald's night. I haven't had McDonald's in a minute. And, you know, I could probably do without it, but sometimes we like to treat ourselves, you know what I mean? The toy gave me so much anxiety. It kind of does. So I bought this years ago. Because I was trying to figure out a better way to monetize the channel, and what the idea was is that every time somebody subbed, we would use this and just grab one nugget. So I'd be like, oh, thank you for the sub. I should have let that sit. I should have let that sit for the next guy. I lost the nug.
Is that a baton in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
She puts the short in shorty, and he looks like he wants to chase me. Cop curious, cute and on duty, navy blue booties. Go ahead and lock me up, arrest me, but make it sexy. Rattlesnake Jake's a gift from. He really is a jerk, ain't he? Their spicy meat chickens are good. Our McDonald's is weird because they every now and again have them. Well, they'll have them and then they won't. They'll have them and then they won't. And if they ever do have them, I get the. I don't think I can say the name of it on Twitch, but it is the Mick group interaction. So like, I'll get the McDouble and the McChicken, smack them together, right? But the spicy one's pretty good. What I missed with Jake? So when I pulled up the chat on my phone, it said you redeemed Jake again. Did you redeem it a second time, or was the phone just behind and only showed the first time? I'm about to cheat and just say you did. Because that way, like, anyway. Just once. Say you did it again. Just say you did it again. Because I fucked up and set up. I'm pissing off Jake. I'm pissing off Jake for you. Hey. Jake, you got anything to say to the audience? Fair enough. Okay, you did do it. All right. So let me do 1, 2, 3. Oh God, they're on a bad spot now. 4. God damn it. Well, now he's just being a bitch. What if I just keep my hand in the whole time? Jesus Christ, Jake. Fuck. You didn't even shake a time. We just went. Hypnotic, you did it. You definitely did it without any weird circumstances. Oh God. That's crazy. That's scary. All right. Anyway, hypnotic. Thank you for the clip. Exclamation point clop. Let me do this. So, H I P. Well, I gotta make sure I spell your hypnotic right. Yeah, hip, not IK. Okay, hip. This was such a bad way to do this, trying to write it on as I'm wearing the shirt. $89. There we go. You made the cut. Welcome to the shirt. Well, I gotta put Jake's hat back on. Turn him around. Make sure he was working. Anyway, we got distracted here with Jake. We gotta read Zenoza's story. There we go. Alright. Forgive me if anyone else redeems the thing. You gotta yell at me and scold me. Remember, if something important happens and I miss it because I don't hear it, I guess I could just... I could put these back on, I guess. Yeah, Danny, it's so hard to write with the shirt on. Take it off. Hey, oh, that was Medic. I saw something about him like, Phantom, what are we doing? I mean, I could. I just feel like the vibe of the stream, I'd have to keep taking the shirt on and off, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I have a gray shirt underneath. I have an undershirt, you know what I'm saying? You don't get me naked. Especially knowing some of y'all ain't even legal. Listen, I ain't trying to get Dr. Disrespected or anything. I'm not gonna let that happen. Even though I know inside that would never happen. I'm not that guy. But some of you will DM me and be like, hey, sorry, this thing happened. Can we fix it? I'm like, yeah, let me fix that for you or whatever. I just don't even want to be like, check his DMs. He DM'd a minor. I'm like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I just responded to a message about like, hey, my sub didn't work. What's wrong? I'm like, it's working. It's thinking. Forgive me. They're like, I got kicked out of the Discord. Can I come back? Sure. Give me a second. Like, listen, I ain't about that life. I ain't about that happen. Leave me alone. I just like to play video games. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me this afternoon for Campfire Stories with Camp Counselor CGDannyB. Sorry, I took down the fire. Yeah. Hold on. Fire back up. Scoot over, Jake. Big old bitch. Alright, we're back at it. We're back at it again. Now, I've already read Medic's story this evening. If anyone else has any stories they've written and would love to share once again for the stream, you can throw those in the Discord. Just tell me that you put them there because I currently have to do some wheeling and dealing to pull them on the iPad. But we live and we dream. Now, as we move forward, we're going to read a untitled My Hero Academia fan fiction by Zenoza. Or unless the title is called Characters Aiden Cusho, Zenoza, Marcus Nabbers, Marcus X3590, Hunter, Hypnotic 89, Burb Bucketing, Cartoon Burb, Gavin, Aid Medic, Sailorna, Cindy, Marquise LaFrance, Papa, and Ethan Stone, being Agent Falcon. The story starts with the kid named Aiden Cusho going through his first day of Hero Academy to start his journey to become a hero who saves people. On his way there, he sees a boy. I have to zoom in a bit because I'm bad at reading space. I can't. Okay, yeah, we can. We're good. On his way, he sees a boy getting attacked by a villain with a sticky glue kind of quirk. But Aiden doesn't even flinch, and a shadowy black hand grabs the villain and slams him into a nearby wall. Present Mike. Oh, I see. The Present Mike voice. Aiden Cusho, quirk, Void Hand. Void Hand is an emitter type quirk that allows the user to create a void black hand that can be used to attack or grab onto objects. The drawback of this quirk, however, is that it drains the stamina of the user. It also can become more uncontrollable the longer it's used. It's a pretty good quirk, you know what I mean? My story. Oh, actually, it's Gavin. Say my name. Is it Gavin? The document just says Gavin, so you blame Zenoza.
Just says so. It just says Gavin. So if you're Gavin. But I see, yeah, for you just present my. I see it's the voice. I see it's the narrator thing. I gotcha. After the encounter with the villain, Aiden carries on walking to school and sees a suspicious figure with a scar on his left eye standing near an alley, but doesn't stop to check it out. Now, I will say this, Mr. A. Here we go! Sup, fuckers? Hi, Rannick. What's going on? We're reading stories. I will say, Zenoza, your character is already doing illegal activities, because I'm assuming if you're only going to school for your hero license now, you don't have your provisional license, which means you partook in hero activities without being legally able to. So, if someone catches you, you're going to jail, brother. Anyway. Aiden carries on walking to school and sees a suspicious figure with a scar on his left eye standing near an alley, but doesn't stop to check it out. After a long walk, Aiden gets to his academy, where he sees a boy inflated like a balloon, and some other weird quirks. Aiden makes his way to Class 1A's room and sees his teacher, Mr. Caffey, who is also known as Ascend, and goes to the back corner of the room to get away from him. Present Mike. Levi Caffey, quirk, high jump. High jump allows the user to perform incredible superhuman jumps, launching themselves into the air and achieving heights. Accidentally, the user, I assume this is still Present Mike. Accidentally, the user's land is softened. Additionally, my apologies, I can't read. Additionally, the user's land is softened, allowing them to absorb the shock and impact on their falls without injury, making them well suited for aerial maneuvers and strategic positioning. We got it. I was saying accidentally. I kept reading that wrong. I was fucking it up. I'm doing good. Just done eating some nachos. Ooh, hell yeah. You bring me any? I want nachos. All right, sorry. Back to the narrator. During class, Aiden met a kid sitting next to him called Bird Bucketing. What a name. Did Bird pick that name, huh? Who's a class clown who isn't stupid. He just acts like it to be funny and wears a shirt with a joke on it. Okay, so what I'm getting is that Bird was just like, let me project. Let me in this character be like, guys, I'm not stupid. I just act stupid. And with Bird not here to defend himself, we're going with that narrative, okay? Love you, Bird. Thanks for flying me over the forest. Today's joke was, what did one hat say to the other? You wait here. I'll go on ahead. They chat in the lesson, getting to know each other, getting to know each other's quirks and abilities, so they know what they can expect from their... Was that the song? Did someone redeem the rattlesnake? What was that? Did y'all hear that? It was like a... So I didn't bring y'all any. Ah, that's it. Reddick, I'm pissed at you. I'm mad at you now. Now you owe me 17 gifted nachos. Sorry, go on. I get distracted. My apologies. Each other, let's get to know each other's quirks, abilities, could expect from their class. Mr. Caffey heard them talking, so he tells them to wait till break to chit-chat, but neither of them don't really care what he said. And now, Bird Bucketing, quirk, Looney Flight. Looney Flight's a mutation type quirk that turns the user's head into one of a blue pigeon with wings growing on its back. It also causes the user to abide by the laws of comedy and animation. If it's not funny, it doesn't affect the user, but if the user or the audience finds it funny, the user is in for a beating. Interesting. So if I, as the reader, think it's funny, I can get Burb, like, killed in verse? I'm gonna say it. There's some fourth wall opportunities for that. I put the joke in, by the way. It's a good one. Did you Google that one, or did you have the one at the ready? It's a solid one. It's a solid one. I keep losing my spot. My apologies. At break, Aiden's goal was to go meet some people, which leaded him into finding a boy called Hunter and a girl called Tiffany from 2A. And okay, a boy called Hunter and a girl named Tiffany from 2A, and Tiffany helps him learn about the school and what to expect in the U.S., while Hunter is just walking with them to stay with Tiffany and warns Aiden that he will smash his skull in if he tries anything on Tiffany. Damn. Oh, shit. Hold up. Character's about to fucking fight. Aiden assures him that he won't do anything to her, but Hunter still feels on edge. Hunter, quirk, Anti-Craft. Anti-Craft allows the user to create dark blades and shape them to cancel out the quirk of the person that encounters it. The backdraw of the quirk is that it only cancels the quirk for a time limit of 5 minutes. Tiffany Williams, quirk, Gemstone Wings. Gemstone Wings grants the user's wings made out of durable yet lightweight gemstone materials. The wings can be used for both transportation and defense, as they can block attacks and deflect projectiles. The drawback is balance due to the weight of the wings, and they make it difficult in tight spaces. Additionally, the Gemstone Wings make the user more visible in dark environments. That's pretty good. It's a good one. I assume everyone came up with their own quirks, right? Aiden realized that Hunter didn't really like him being there and decided to leave so he could learn his classmates' quirks. 1A students are Aiden Kusho, quirk Void Hand, Bird Bucketing, quirk Looney Flight, Ava Wilson, quirk Gravity Wave, Luna Lee, quirk Smoke Cloud, Elijah, this is a list, okay. Elijah Davis, quirk Wind Rush, Noah Thompson, quirk Erupt Fists, Eleanor White, quirk Binding Chain, Nova Robinson, quirk Crystal Cannon, James Scott, quirk Water Jet. That's a cool one. Jiro Fonseca? I don't know how you pronounce that one. Quirk Juggernaut Charge. Tasha Zupin, quirk Steel Spike. Leah Pratt, quirk Frostbite Breath. Pat Jones, quirk Arcane Bolt. Owen Osborne, quirk Taser Staff. Okay. Julie Osborne, quirk Electric Whip. Adrian Tyler, quirk Echo Strike. Felix Rankin, quirk Fire Dance. Marco Mays, quirk Stone Skin. Becca Larson, quirk Magnet Missile. Sylvia Blair, quirk Sonic Step. Okay, and Sylvia Blair, quirk Sonic Step. That's a lot of characters with a lot of quirks. We'll have to see when we come back to them. I thought the quirk was to say Antichrist. That would have been crazy. Danny said homicide? Sure. Yeah. Hey, Phantom, there's a joke I have being the Antichrist because of the certain... I can't read it from here. Certain Embe. God, I can't read it anywhere. Where people made quirks, I generated fake... So the curtain for my... Oh, I can fix this. Hold on. Yeah, give me a second. I see why I can't read it. This is on me. Ooh, doing a trip. That's why. I had the tarp that covers the camera from light was blocking my screen, so I couldn't read the right of the screen. Ripple made quirk. I generated fake people. Okay, got it. Got it. I have to keep checking to make sure the thing wasn't unplugged. The microphone again. Anyway, chat, hope you're enjoying these stories. Let's get back to it. Don't forget, if you Rattlesnake Jake, we can get your name written on the shirt if you get bit. Otherwise, you're dead to me. Or if you sub. Sub's an easy way to do it, too. We met all the characters. Okay. After break, Mr. Caffey makes his students do a series of tests on their speed, mobility, strength, quirk control. In these tests, the number 10 U.S. hero, Colt Campbell, number 10, I'm that low, okay. Actually, you know what, no. Top 10 for Colt, we'll take that. In these tests, the number 10 U.S. hero, Colt Campbell, came to watch and see 1A's potential. Colt Campbell, quirk Neon. Colt quirk Neon allows him to control and manipulate Neon at will, which also allows him to use the Neon around his body to increase power. That's my boy. That's Colt Campbell. Let's go. There is a P in there, C-A-M-P-B-E-L, but I knew what you meant. Anyway, narrator. Also, anyone that's just like, well, Colt Campbell, who? That was my character in D Plus Ultra, my the D&D table, My Hero Academia tabletop RPG that we took part in, that just ended a few days ago. You can watch the VODs over on Crit Hit Chronicles Twitch channel. They'll be on YouTube eventually, but yeah, it's a good time. I get to play a shy, awkward kid. I just remember I need to finish D Plus Ultra. I'm missing like 3 episodes. It's all done now. So anything you watch, like we finished season 1. So there's no new ones coming out, so you can catch up. But yeah, it's it went places. It's a good time. Let's see. After the test, the scores were in. For the speed mobility test. In first, Elijah. Second, Ava. Third, Sylvia. Fourth, Jiro. Fifth, Luna. Sixth, Burb. Seventh, James. Eighth, Becca. Ninth, Felix. 10th, Nova. 11th. Oh God, here we go. 11th, Noah. 12th, Julie. 13th, Owen. 14th, Eleanor. 15th, Pat. 16th, Aiden. 17th, Adrian. 18th, Tasha. 19th, Leah. 12th, Marco. The results of the strength test, I'm just going to go through these real quick. First, Jiro. Second, Noah. Third, Marco. Fourth, Nova. Fifth, Pat. Sixth, Becca. Seventh, Felix. 8th, Elijah. 9th, Aiden. 10th, Leah. 11th, Owen. 12th, Julie. 13th, Sylvia. 14th, Ava. 15th, Tasha. 16th, Burb. 17th, James. 18th, Eleanor. 19th, Adrian. 20th, Luna. After the test, Mr. Caffey tells the students what they should do to improve, but Aiden just ignores them. And Jiro says, bro, I got 4th and 1st? I didn't need to win. I only didn't win the speed test because their quirks are based on speed. Mr. Caffey tells him to stop whining and just use the info. Jiro scoffed and everyone has gone home. Aiden on the way sees the same suspicious figure with a scar on his left eye standing near an alley and starts getting on edge that this person is stalking him. So he tests it, but he stays in the alley so he feels safer. In the alley, the suspicious figure hears Marquise, "It's ready for you." To be continued. That's the end of that story. Yes, I'm going here, Zenoza. I think, forgive me, this is critique part where I'm just like, narrative, right? Like I went to school and this is how we did. Also, Sigrifa, what's poppin', girl? How you doing this weekend? Hi. I think what you could do to flesh out the story a little bit more, because for the speed test, we don't know anything about the test, what the students did, what the test was. There was no suspense built with that. I think a better way to tell this is to be like, the kids lined up, they did the race. As Aiden was running and his quirk wasn't beneficial for mobility, such and such ran through and said, oh, they used their such and such power to fly past him. Like, whoa. And like, you could have done the president, like, Elijah, quirk. I forget what Elijah's quirk is. There's a lot to read through. Wind rush, like as Aiden's running and then, what the, Elijah, quirk, wind rush. Explain what that is, right? I think doing the thing where I read like 40 placements, I don't think that gives much on like who the characters are, what the characters did, how they're like existing, like what their quirks are. I think it doesn't build them as characters very much. I think that's something you could really do moving forward. So whatever happens next with I'm saying Marquis, it's written the same way as like Marquis from Battleborn, so I'm assuming that's what it is. But I think that's a great way to set up like more for these characters and build them as characters, as opposed to just saying like they showed up, they placed. You know, I think that's a good way to do that. But you start with something strong, dog. Also, that Colt should be, you know, the main characters. But I'm glad he showed up. Go Colt. My boy Colt. Sorry if the mic rolled there. It might have gotten muffled. I apologize. Thought it was sitting comfy. Get ready for Midgard block next week. I don't know what that is. Vikings and Metal Festival. That sounds lit as fuck. That sounds really cool. Yo, have fun with that. So you say you're getting ready. Are you like making a costume? I actually assume you already have like a Viking costume at the ready. But that sounds cool. Was looked at once, then never seen or talked about again. Damn right, son. Damn right. Thank you for absolutely, dog. Yeah, like I said, I think you have something really cool here. I think you just have the opportunity. I think it's very much show don't tell kind of thing. So like in a case where if I like to think about it like if you're coming home from school, right? And your mom and dad go like, hey, how was school? And you did like your physical fitness. I don't know what you guys do in, you know, not America. But you have the physical fitness test, right? And you're telling them like, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. And or like, if you just read down like the placements of your entire class, they're like, oh, that's not much. But you want to be like, oh my God, it was great. I was running, but then like Julie ran past me and she tripped and everybody laughed at her. But it was like, she got back up and kept trying and you know what I mean? I think it builds that more so you have purpose to these other characters as opposed to just a number of like they got 5th place, they got this place. But I did like it. I think you have something really cool here.
Just gotta hone in a little bit, put some details in the guys, so we like go in feeling more about them. Because like we met Burb, and like you kind of established Burb's like the first one you meet, and like that's your partner. But then after class, like we didn't hear anything about Burb in the race. And I think with Burb's quirk being like wing based or like cartoony, like there could have been a fun like Burb was running, and then tripped and fell and like into like the cartoon tire roll thing, right? And you're like, oh, it's not funny that he tripped, but then like maybe the bully or something's like, ha ha ha, nerd trip, so then it counted as it being funny, you know? I think it builds on that quirk and like how it works. I have Viking clothing and gear, yes. We're staying in the Viking encampments, the Viking reenactment camp at the festival site. That sounds so fun. That's really cool, dude. Plenty of interactive guests. Everybody should join. Google it. That sounds really dope. That's like it's gonna be a blast. If you're down for it and you get like really cool pictures, I'd love to see them on the Discord or yeah, whatever social media. If you have Twitter or whatever, you want to put them in there or something. I think that'd be cool to see. Like, I'm imagining really dope set pieces, and like I am not Viking savvy at all. I don't know Viking. Ooh, who done did it? I can't see who did it. Rennick with Rattlesnake Jake. Oh shit. I wish I had a second camera for this. All right, chat. Hold on. Jake, you lost your damn hat, you big stupid snake. Now, anyone popping in late, the channel point word for Rattlesnake Jake, I'm going to take 5 pieces. Make sure he's working. 5 pieces of gold from him. And if he bites, your name gets written on the shirt. Also, if you just subscribe or gift subs, you can also get your name on the shirt. I had to do more action. I was doing for an intro episode. Yeah, for sure, dog. Yeah, I just think I think the test. Let me do this first. Hold on, he's not. I'll make sure I'm doing it where it counts. Okay, 1, 2. Fuck, 3. Hold on. 4. Oh yeah, one more Rennick. He's gonna bite me. Sometimes he won't go. 5. The gold got golded. Alright, chat, do I count it? I keep messing around to mess with Jake, and then he bites after we're done. Do I count it? I'll take the consensus. I hate Jake. Jake's dumb. Jake's stupid. Please count it. Count it. And you did more. Okay, I read that one. Alright, we'll count it. Now, here's the thing. I always gotta remember the numbers. It's Rennick M9374. Okay. Alright, hold on. This is tough. It's for the cream plugger boy. I might have made a mistake how big I wrote this. 9374. Okay. 9374. I'm gonna come back later and I realize I wrote like half these upside down or backwards, not just trying to figure this out. But let me see. I'm gonna go, but I'll be back later. Have a good stream if you're not back. Sounds good to know. Thanks, dog. Enjoy Grandpa's birthday. Tell him we all said happy birthday. If he's like strange on the internet, it's fine. You're all lovely people. Oh, thank you. The cream plugger boy shall live on the shirt forever. There we go. I guess what we'll have to do, right? Because I think most people here are already on the shirt. So if anyone gift subs, like I said, they'll go to whoever I guess is on there. And then I guess we'll just put the fire over here so it's like out of the way. And then if anyone else redeems it and they get it, I guess I'll just let you pick somebody to be on the shirt. Maybe it's like a fun little gift. So I gotta try and read chat. This is physically impossible. You literally, it's not, these goggles don't work. I mean, they definitely zoom for sure, but if I do it backwards, I do. And yep, you just got further away, yep. That being said, it's much clearer when it's further away. Like, it actually looks like an image. If I do them this way. What if I do it like this? What if I do like nope. It's just there's a glare. It says, hold on, I'm gonna need some. Oh God, what does that say? I'm gonna need some context for that one. Laughing emoji. Okay, and then green. What, for the cream plugger boy? That's what so for the long, this is why Reddit got mod so long ago, because Reddit was constantly popping in, and just anytime somebody new would come or just to start off the stream, Reddit would just spam the subscribe on YouTube, follow on socials, check out the new episode, like would just spam all the commands. So I was like, oh cool, Reddit's just the cream plugger boy. And by default, I forget who actually said it, who used the term cream plugger boy, but it was also because of the cream sodas. But woo. So eventually, I was like, Papa fan, and what do we think about making Rennick a mod? I was like, yeah, Rennick's great. And this was the misgendering that was never notified through like chat, so I just went with it. So for the longest time, we were like, Rennick, the cream plugger boy. So I had the image of this like this. Hear me out. I have an image of what everybody looks like in my head, only going by the username and the way they act. So for Rennick, I had this idea of like a small, like Polish boy with like the blonde bowl cut. So when Rennick posted a picture of himself on Discord with their graduation certificate, I'm like, oh, Rennick is not who I thought they were. So that's where it came from. Bro, not the bowl cut. But then that came, I think that came, you're right, I think it was Papa who came up with that. Rest in peace, Papa. He's not dead. He's just dead to me. But yeah, when the cream plugger boy sounded like such a little like, hola, like, when I hear that, I think of the shopkeep from Frozen, like, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Like, that's what I imagine. So, like, I gave you that energy, but, like, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Shit, dog. That's crazy. Oh. Not the bull cut. Oh, lordy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. It's only been an hour? Holy shit. Sorry, I'm distracted. I mentioned the show wasn't important, but it is not. It is not. So. Y'all see Elmo get approached by Simon Biles? I did. Biles? You say like Bile? Bile, I always think like, you know, bile. So I always say Beals. Because it's just in my head, I'm like, oh, that sounds like a gross word. But yes, I said Simon too. Simone Biles. Yes, I did. Where she's like, I want to get a picture of someone. Like, Elmo, love a picture with Simone Biles. And then like, she pulls out the rocks. You know, Rocco? And he does the little like Elmo. They don't do the Elmo scrunch enough. This is a little behind the scenes of like my childhood and something I saw at one point I don't remember. But the way they do like the Elmo scrunch, right? Because you do like the puppet, right? You do the Muppet with the hand and everything. But when Elmo gets like frustrated and goes like they like squeeze their hand like this, like in like a ball, and that kind of squishes the Muppet, so he goes like, hey everybody, it's Elmo. And then damn. You know, here's the thing. You know we don't do Elmo anymore. That being said, if the opportunity rolled up and we were chilling in a place where Sesame Street's like, yo, we need a new Elmo, I'm saying, Elmo, Mr. Daddy's ready to pay some Elmo. If Mr. Daddy's gonna get paid for it, make that mad cash, Mr. Daddy can pay Elmo. Love the Elmo voice. I too love the Elmo voice. I really do. I do. And like every now and again I think, ooh, Rattlesnake Jake's here. Rattlesnake Jake! Uh-oh, Elmo's gonna get bit by the snake. Who redeemed it? I can't see. C'est your fault. Okay, if Elmo gets bit, it's your fault. Okay, I make sure it worked. 1, 2. Fuck me. 3. I couldn't pick it up. 4. Okay, hold on. 5. Oh, and not this time, Jake. You're gonna wait your turn. Jake didn't get me this time. You have to try again. Rattlesnake. We can do a petition for Danny to become the new Elmo. all I'm saying, right? This is how these things work. Think about it. No, it's all right. You got 3 minutes. You can do it again. You fix it? I think we're okay. Shit. I hate that. My cable kind of sucks. You know, this is why I replaced it in the first place. I think it doesn't latch quite the same. Like, you gotta kind of... We're here. We're here. Cool. We're back. What was I saying? Something about Elmo. Oh, yeah. If someone makes like an Elmo compilation and just like, this guy should be the next Elmo. And it's like, hey, everybody. You know? And then they pop off and the Sesame Street's like, hey, you're hired. Just because, you know, we had Kevin Clash, and I don't remember the current guy playing Elmo. But definitely the current guy has a different vibe than, like, classic Elmo. Because if you listen to, like, 90s Elmo and, like, now Elmo, they have very different, not different energy, but different voices. Because, like, the balsamic vinegar, that's a big word for Elmo, is, like, very different from, like, previous. So, I still love it. Either way. I just think mine's a more classic Elmo, you know? Regardless. We don't do Elmo anymore. Mike Wood dead, question mark? We love it. We love it all. Yeah, I need to figure out next time getting myself a mic stand for this. I have an extra mic stand, but it's that one of the metal ones that's like really tingy. So if I go to move it around, it's gonna be like pwong. But anyway, I guess we continue Campfire story. So you guys want to go back to the Cuphead book, Mountain of Trouble? And went on a long journey to find and kill Rocco. Emma couldn't find Rocco, but Emma's not done looking. Emma's gonna find that rock and get rid of him once and for all. Emma's sick and tired of Rocco taking over Emma's life, and Emma's gonna shut that shit down. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Emma doesn't swear. Emma's sorry. This is like a dark turn really Evan fast. Oh, man. I'd pay for a movie about that. In a world where a red Muppet's sick and tired of a rock taking the spotlight from him, he goes on an adventure to shut that shit down. Emma's tired of this. Emma wants to figure out everything he's gonna do in life, but Rocco keeps getting in the way. Hey, Elmo, do you want to... I can't do Zoe. You want to meet my friend Rocco? Elmo's met Rocco, and Elmo's ready to stop him once and for all. This summer, coming to a theater near you, Elmo versus Rocco. And then there's going to be a subtitle on that. I still don't know what that is yet. It's still a working title. It's going to be like Godzilla X Kong, like A New Empire. It's going to be like... something about the streets, something about Sesame Street, something like... I realize now those do cover me when we do those though, but it's a good song. Anyway, yeah, Cuphead. We're not very far in. We're only like a couple chapters. So I guess we just get reading on the Elmo book. This rock is gonna get rolled.
Sorry, Zoe, but Rocco is about to get rolled.
That's perfect.
That's it. Bilbo's gonna get a construction crew.
This up here. Back on the shelf. I think we're okay. If for any reason the mic dies while I'm sitting here reading, be sure to play a loud noise so I know to look up. I need to know that it's because I can't see if I don't stop to look at chat. Where's bookmark here? Put that in a little cup holder. Oh man, we're on chapter 7, guys. I don't know how out of how many, but thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Phantom. You're so nice. Nobody loves when you come to hang out. Stop, it tickles.
Anyway. Remember last time we talked about me just doing this silent reading? Where I just sit here with the music and just don't talk to you guys? I'm just like... That was weird music. Anyway, I won't do that. But last time we left off, maybe I need to go and clip out all of the Cuphead parts and put them into one long compilation, so at the end we could do like the audiobook of CGDannyB reading Cuphead: A Mountain of Trouble. Hidden secrets in every image? What does that mean? What's the secret? I'll figure that out. Just gives me a meme template. Listen, do something cool with that. I need that compilation. That'd be pretty good. We'll take note. Both the Campfire streams are on the VOD's channel. I just have to sort them out. Or if someone wants to do it for me, listen, you're more than welcome to. Need audiobooks to sleep? Listen, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cuphead in A Mountain of Trouble. We are now on chapter 7. Hoot and Holler gets a tune-up. The camper slowly poured out of the hall into the grounds. Cuphead had a bad feeling in the pit of his stomach, partly because he was thinking about Ollie in wrong way, and partly because one does not try the camper's surprise without consequences. He felt terrible about what had happened, and he wasn't alone. They were all ashamed of what they'd done and haunted by the ache in Wrongway's voice. "This used to be quite a place, you know," he had told him. It was a pain Cuphead knew very well. He had been raised by Elder Kettle's memories of the old Hoot and Holler, the greatest camp in the world. It was a destination he dreamed of all his life, but now it was time to face the truth. Why'd the song get so loud all of a sudden? Damn! Why are you hollering at me? I listen to VODs while I sleep, but I just hear Danny say, "Rennick at 3 in the morning," and it's fucking terrifying. Oh no. I've been in this routine where I keep waking up to, oh, my shoe! What happened to my shoe? It's all torn apart. You guys can't see it. I'm trying to... Dude, the sole's coming off. What the hell? I don't even wear these. This is probably the first time I've worn these shoes in like 3 years. That's ridiculous. Sorry. But I keep waking up to like Moist Critical streams, and like, I guess no complaints about it, but like, I'll fall asleep watching like a compilation about indie games or something, and then I wake up to Moist Critical like, what happened? What YouTube autoplay thing happened? Nightmare Fuel, bro? Reddick. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. You guys know those compilations are like 10 hours of silence broken by like insert audio here? They do like the Lego Yoda noise, like the numb, like the just random stuff like that. I'll make one where I just randomly disperse the word Rennick and we'll just put that on the background. I'll just be like, Rennick!
Brother! Dude, that'd be hilarious. I don't know if I could export a 10-hour video on my hard drive. I need more space. Anyway, sorry. I guess I should do the actual, my actual voice here. He had been raised on Elder Kettle's memories of the old Hoot and Holler, the greatest camp in the world. It was a destination he dreamed of all his life, but now it was time to face the truth. As bad as the food fight was, it didn't make much difference at Camp Hoot and Holler. It just made the mess hall look like the rest of the place. The camp of his dreams was a run-down shadow of what it once had been, and it was a terrible shame. Oh well, this is Ginger? I forget who Ginger is. Oh well, there'll be other summers, said Ginger, putting into words what everyone was thinking. In a great silent migration, all the campers turned and began their sad, slow trek back to the row of dilapidated cabins. Well, not all the campers. There was one standing alone in the center of the camp yard, not going anywhere. It was Miss Chalice, and when she finally opened her mouth to speak, out came the last thing anyone would have expected. Horse feathers, she said. Yeah, she said that. Well, as you imagine, every slump head suddenly propped right up and looked at her. After all, you don't call horse feathers on something without a very good reason, and no one knew this better than Miss Chalice. So, like scattered tacks drawn to a magnet, the departed campers swiftly turned themselves around and headed back to the center of the camp yard. Cuphead gave his friend a very serious look. Explain yourself, he said. I'd be delighted, said Miss Chalice, and she stepped forward and gazed at the group huddled around her. Now, we all think Hoot and Holler is a lousy camp, right? Right, said the campers. And we all think we got a raw deal by coming here, right? Right, they said again. And we all think our summer's ruined, right? Right, they shouted, and their heads bobbed up and down like a row of seesawing pump handles. Horse feathers, said Miss Chalice. An audible gasp rose out of the crowd. It was not the kind of language one generally heard on a warm summer evening in Mother Nature's backyard. But Miss Chalice was just getting started. Take a look around, she said to him. What do you see? Some broken windows, some loose boards, some carnivorous plants, said Mugman, pulling his head out of the jaw of an oversized tulip. Yeah, those too, Miss Chalice agreed. This camp certainly has its problems, but it's also got fresh air and sunshine and all the wild adventures you could ever ask for. And you know what else it's got? It's got us. The campers all looked at one another. They weren't sure where Miss Chalice was going with this, but they liked the way it sounded. Don't you see? She told him. We can still have the summer we've all wanted. Hoot and Holler isn't such a bad place. It just needs some sprucing up. And if we all work together, we can make it better than ever. There was a sudden, very enthusiastic burst of applause, but it wasn't coming from the campers. It was coming from Quint. The bus driver had been listening from the shadows. Now he moved into the light and strolled to the center of the crowd. Oh, goody, the cleanup crew is here, he said, and not in a nice way. Let me tell you something. I won't even make a dent. You won't even make a dent in this place before it's time to pack up and go home. There's only one way to fix what's going on around here, and that's, forget it. He took the last bite of an apple and tossed the core onto the ground. You want to clean something up? Sorry, this is still him. You want to clean something up? Start with that. Have fun wasting your summer, chumps. And then he laughed and fiendishly, a fiendish laugh, you know, the kind that sounds like a hyena with a bad chest cold. I don't know what that is. And went on his way. So I'm trying to listen. You never know if you don't try. You need a camera behind you so we can see the pictures. Well, you're right. I can show you at least the first picture that showed up. Here's, because mostly there's no picture. It's only at the beginning of chapters, but here. Here's the first one. You see it? Yeah, it's mostly just text, so sorry, there's not a lot of pictures to show. I lost my page now. 1, 2. We read that one. Sorry. Again, this is why I need a mic on. For this. Okay. Really like this, maybe. I'll have to finish live. Kind of something. Oh, that Quint
Cuphead's blood was boiling. The driver had been annoying on the bus, but here in the campground, he was just plain mean. But what made Cuphead angriest was all that he had. What made Cuphead angriest? Oh, I see. What made Cuphead angriest of all was that he had a point. He looked around at the camp, and then he looked at Miss Chalice. How in the world are we gonna fix all this? He said. Miss Chalice flashed a neon smile. Easy, she told him. We'll just give the place a tune-up. And without another word, she put 2 fingers in her mouth and whistled. Right on cue, the four-mellow arrangement popped out of the tree stumps and went straight into a catchy little ditty. Oh God, that went something like this. Okay, forgive me. I feel like the music in the background's not gonna fit this, but we'll rock with it. Bum 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 bum. When you're Putin, yes, your place is a mess. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Oh, I said Putin. It's Poutin. It's a Poutin. Just a reference for being a kindergarten teacher. I can't get 2 sentences out before someone is nagging to see the pictures. Here we go. I guess if I could turn the page without having to hold the mic, I could totally maybe make this happen. Bum 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 bum. When you're pouting cause your place is a mess. Bum 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 bum. I gotta turn the page now, so it's gonna ruin the pacing of the song. Forgive me. Bum 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 bum. And you're down and it'll be a success. Bum 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 bum. Don't stand there honking like a gaggle of geese. Bum 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 bum. Just put away the gloom and grab some elbow grease. Bum bum bum. Elbow grease, elbow grease. Turn a mess into a masterpiece. You will need a lot of expertise when you get a joint to jump with some. There's a lot of syllables for this. I'm not really sure. How to go about this. Elbow grease, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Grab a broom and sweep your worries away. Bum 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 bum. Get a scrub and it'll work out okay. Bum 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 bum. Fix your troubles with a hammer and nails. Bum 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 bum. When you increase your elbow grease, it never fails. Bum bum bum. Elbow grease, elbow grease. Turns a mess into a masterpiece. Bum 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 bum. You will need a little expertise when you get the joy to jump with some elbow grease. I don't know if that went like completely right, but honestly, I kind of nailed that a little bit. Welcome back, Zenoza. We were just singing the elbow grease. The rest of my day would be like elbow grease, bum 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 bum. Well, as anyone who's ever had a big job to do will tell you, the right song can make the world of difference. There's something about music that just makes the work fly by in a flash. That's certainly what happened at the camp that day. And if you'd been there, you would have been absolutely amazed. You see, as the milk crooned along, in perfect 4-part harmony, of course, Hoot and Holler began transforming in a way that can only be described as some part of a miracle. Everywhere you looked, cameras were hammering and sawing, dusting and scrubbing, painting and plastering, and giving the whole place the kind of industrial strength makeover usually reserved for movie stars. Ooh, look at that. Bum 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 bum. Naturally, it was only a matter of time before the rhythm spread through the camp. Excuse me. There were daffodils tooting their trumpets, rattlesnakes shaking their maracas. Yeah, you little bitch. Rattlesnake that, Jake. You big smelly ass. Rattlesnake shaking their maraca, bluebells ringing, songbirds singing, and a pair of dancing grizzlies who stumbled across some sawdust and broke into their old soft shoe routine. I don't know what that means. Turn the page. Uh-oh, the song's coming back. Oh no. As for our trio of friends, they were caught up in the melodious mojo as always. Mugman, for example, was chopping wood when he suddenly found himself playing the logs like a xylophone. It was the same with Cuphead. Out of the blue, he grabbed a rake, stood it upright, and strummed on it like some bass fiddle. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Camp Counselor Dan needs a little bit of liquidation. Bum 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 bum. Grabbed a rake and started strumming up again. Okay, and then Miss Chalice heard the zippy chorus and immediately dropped to what she was doing, which unfortunately was the dishes, and performed a spirited drum solo on the garbage can. Yes, it was quite a spectacle, and there were lots of other things happening too, but it's probably best to let the males tell you about that. Bum 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 bum, wanna travel down a cleaner path. Bum 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 bum, give that hiking trail a bubble bath. Bum 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 bum, dust those bunnies out of every room. Bum 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 bum, and fresh them up. That's oh god. Again, it's so many syllables. I don't know how the song goes. Dust those bunnies out of every room, bum 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 bum, and freshen up that skunk weed with some sweet perfume. Elbow grease turns a mess into a masterpiece. Bum 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 bum, you will need a lot of expertise. Bum 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 bum, when you get the joint to jump with some elbow grease. Oh, sick of stubbornness? Well, here's the cure. Give that maple tree a manicure. Dress those daisies in some haute couture. I don't know what that word means. To make a dumper dozy, all it takes is your elbow grease. On sale now for 2 bits a piece. When you use it, fun will never cease. So just put on that genuine. Okay, I see. So just put on that genuine when you want the place to really shine. Just put on that elbow grease. Elbow grease. I'm saying in the right place where I could figure out how the song is like performed, I could kill this. Jake's here. Now it's time to fight. I love Danny singing all the Cuphead song. Listen. Let me finish the fucking King Dice one and then we'll talk. All right, hold on. Who did it? Zenoza this time. Oh, okay. All right, now just know this, Zenoza. If you get it, you used. This is one of those cases where like Sigdrifa loosened the lid on the pickle jar for you to actually open it by the end. So, 1. Oh, you have the ones in the back. 2, 3. Fucking ass, bitch. Okay. Damn, Jake. Fucking face back in. All right, well, there you have it. Sigdrifa, that was on Zenoza. Sorry about that. Can you imagine a world where Twitch lets you use the channel points you got to sub? Like if you had like umpteen thousand, you could. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. So waiting on the King Dice cover.
Let me tell you this. Here's the thing.
There was an idea for a music video. That's the most I'll give you. But yeah. All right, let me write Zenoza. Sorry, singer. I blame Zenoza. I'm sorry. You should have redeemed it again before you got the chance. Now you'll be. You weren't before, but now you will be. I gotta make sure it's just Tzenoz. Okay. Hey, I'm giving everybody the fancy A's. I'm giving like the curly Q ones. So right now it's CGDannyB, Aid Medic, Phantom, Hypnotic, Rennick, and Zenoza. Once again, if you wish to be on the shirt, you can either tempt fate by using Rattlesnake Jake with your channel points, or if you're feeling gifty today and you want to gift a sub, renew your sub, or even just sub for the first time, the sub will instantly get you on. And even if you're being a little goosey about it, I'm being a little loosey-goosey with it. If someone gifts subs and you receive the gifted sub, I will include you on the shirt. Unless I don't like you, or if it's Couch Drums Blue, because that's cheating. But there you go, just so you know. Think of it like marbles. There's pay to win and then there's get lucky. And you're putting that fate in Jake's hand. I'm not. You look at. I'm saying you guys can see him. Look at this smug guy. Look at this smug snake. If it was up to me, I would just put all the names on. I'd write every viewer on. That's like 2,500 names, and I can't really do that. But if you look at this smug snake just staring you down, that you kind of a bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, elbow grease. Bum 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 bum. Love a good pay to win, baby. Exactly. Me too. I'll get paid so y'all can win. That's what I'm talking about. It's a win-win. When the number ended, the whole camp started clapping and hooting and hollering, but the Mells paid no attention. They simply plopped themselves into the nearby mop bucket and floated away on some large soapy bubbles. Crazy. Turn the page. The Great Ones always know how to make an exit, and as the campers stood there, waving goodbye, Mugman joined Cuphead and Chalice at the front of the pack. "Cuphead," he said. "What did Quaint mean when he said, shh?" Cuphead shushed him. "It's time." Ooh, what an Australian. "It's me, Cuphead. It's time." "Shay, Barbie, Shrimpskis, kangaroos," Cuphead. "Shh, it's time." I still did Australian. I don't know how to whisper with the Boston accent. I'm losing it. Sure enough, at the very moment, the door to the director's cabin cracked open and came out wrong way. When he looked down the path, he saw a row of bright faces staring at him, and then his eyes widened. Wrongway quickly grabbed hold of his needles and pointed it in the other direction. Just like that, his also Wrongway's a clock, if I recall correctly. He's like a clock face. That's what I mean by the arms. Just like that, his downturned mouth curved into a smile. It's unbelievable," he said. "Why is it just how it used to be? What a marvelous surprise. You've done a fine job, campers. Now you've done better than fine. You've done a hoot and holler job." And feeling happier than he had in quite some time, he wandered down the path for a thorough inspection. Cuphead walked alongside him, but stopped when he saw Quint leaning against the post. "So, what do you think about the place now?" he said proudly. At first, Quint didn't say anything. Then he scrunched up his nose. Sorry, the song cut was weird. Then he scrunched up his mouth and raised an eyebrow. "Not bad for a bunch of chumps," he said, "but good luck keeping it like this." Then he laughed that long, wicked laugh of his, and though Cuphead didn't know why, he had the strange feeling that Hoot and Hollow's troubles were not yet over. In fact, they were just beginning. Bum 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 bum. Chapter 8. Marshmallows and Mysteries. And I don't know if you guys can see from over there, but it's Cagney Carnation, our favorite boss after King Dice. Alright guys, hold on. I'm just realizing this chapter might be my audition tape for the Cuphead animated series because we haven't got Cagney Carnation yet. So if they're still working on season 3 and we're about to get Cagney Carnation, this might be my shot. This might be my role. So if I get a really good line, you guys are gonna have to fucking clip it and be like, "Oh my god, he should play Cagney." That night, the entire group made their way to a clearing in the woods for one of Hoot and Holler's most cherished traditions, the campfire gathering. Let's go do it right here. We're doing the campfire. Except you guys aren't here, but because that'd be weird. But everyone was very excited about being here, but they were even more excited about something else: marshmallows. Oh, it may seem like a small thing to you, but compared to Ollie's cooking, toasted marshmallows were a royal feast. Of course, the trick was in the toasting, and Cuphead, though he'd be the last one to brag about it, was something of an expert. He carefully placed a sugary tidbit on the end of a long stick and held it out over the flames. By slowly rotating the magical morsel around and around, he gave it a light, even, crispy brown coat. This one was turning out to be a real work of art, and it was very pleased until we saw Miss Chalice. Turn the page. I don't know if you guys, I think I talk about this every time we do these stories. In our school library, elementary school, we had like the audio books. They were on like tape, or on CD, I guess, depending how old they were. But every time you would finish a page, there was like the lady in the audiobook going, "Turn the page," and then you would, and she'd give you like 5 seconds to do it, and then she'd continue to read. Herstick had 5 marshmallows all lined up in a row. I see you still doing yours at one at a time. That's cute, she said. Cuphead scowled at her. Then, almost as if they had one head between them, they both turned and looked at Mugman. He was holding a full tree branch over the fire. Dangling from it were dozens of sweet, gooey puffballs. Amateurs, he said, and then they all laughed and settled in for the night of delicious treats and delicious spine-tingling tales. Now, you do know about campfire tales, don't you? Those terrifying, ghostly, ghoulish stories guaranteed to scare the living daylights out of the bravest marshmallow munchers. Why, of course you do. They've been around forever. All right, not forever, but at least since the time of the prehistoric cave campers, who undoubtedly needed something to talk about when they were there, roasting rocks or twigs or whatever it was people snacked on before the invention of food. Yes, there's nothing like blood-curdling yarn just before bedtime to ensure that everyone has pleasant dreams that night. Well, dreams anyway. So, when their bellies were full and their fingers were all sticky as warm cotton candy, the campers huddled close together, listening to the crackles of the fire and the howl of the wind and the low, lingering voices, eerily waving their tales of dread. I'm gonna double check. The audio is good for the music, yeah? It's really loud for me and I can maintain it. I just want to make sure I'm not like reading the book and it's like... I think it's okay, but let me know if it's not. Got a little congested over here, but we're good. Living the dreams. Music's fine, perfect. Appreciate you, Sig. Mwah. Blood curling on, dreams at night. Okay. So when the bells were full and their fingers were as sticky as warm cotton, I read that one already. The campers started close together, listening to the crackle of the fire and how the wind. Tales of dread. Okay. It was a night just like this one, said Tully, setting the mood, and a group of campers who, if not for the hand of fate, could have easily been you or me, were sitting around an open fire discussing the meaning of existence. Suddenly, a gigantic chicken with huge red eyes and razor-sharp talons bursted out of the woods, and he looked at the campers and said, I crossed the road, but why? Why? The campers waited, then waited some more. Is that it? Grumbled Canteen Hughes. Yes, said Tully. He smiled sincerely. No, he said serenely. Sorry, I can read words. He smiled serenely. Everyone looked at everyone else, and they all looked at the turtle. Gee, that was, swell, Tully. Oh, sorry, that's Cuphead. Gee, that was, swell, Tully, said Cuphead. But the story was supposed to be scary. That was a good chicken. Thank you, thank you. I've always wanted to voice act a chicken. In the dark of night, there's nothing scarier than an unanswered question, Tully said. The whole group got chills, and after they talked it over and taken into consideration the philosophical implications, they all agreed that very few things in the world are as scary as a giant chicken. Next, Ginger rose to her feet. She told them about a girl who had been sent to bed without a supper and had the most wonderful dream that night. But when she woke up the next day, she found that she hadn't been eating a giant marshmallow at all. She whispers, it was her own pillow. The campers all gasped. Mugman was nearly frantic. This wouldn't happen if they had made pillows out of marshmallows in the first place, he shouted. And everyone agreed this was a very good idea. There were a couple of other stories, one about pirates and one about ghostly squirrels searching for her acorn, and then the group got deathly quiet, as groups around campfires tend to do. That's when Cagney Carnation made his way to the circle. Okay. So, telling stories, eh? He said. Well, I've got a story so scary you won't be able to sleep again until you're back home safe in your beds. And the worst part is, it's true. The campers' eyes grew until they were the size of billiard balls. You could hardly blame them for being nervous. The only thing that made campfire stories bearable was knowing that they weren't real. And now, to hear that one of them was actually could have happened, well, this changed everything. Cagney pushed aside a couple of campers and squeezed into the circle. The firelight flickered across his face like a tiny thunderstorm. What I'm about to tell you didn't happen in some faraway place. It happened right here at this very camp, he said in a deep, ominous voice. In fact, it's still happening, and you're all part of the story.
The campers froze in mid-gawk. "The thing about camps," he began, "is that some of them are good, some of them are bad, and very few, like this one, are cursed." At that moment, all the marshmallows hanging from Mugman's tree branch melted into the shape of little ghosts. The gooey ghouls let out a hideous laugh. Sorry, that was supposed to be Mugman. He cried and dropped the branch into the fire, but no one paid the slightest attention. Turn the page. They were too busy listening to Cagney. "It all started a long time ago," the counselor told them. "You see, back then, Hootenholler was just about the swellest place on the map. Yes, sirree, this camp was a real humdinger. And then they came." "They?" asked Cuphead. "The Punchafinks." I forgot about that word. "Punchafinks!" the campers shrieked, and they turned very pale and trembled. "That's right, the Punchafinks," said Cagney. "They started their own camp on the other side of the lake, see? But because they were Punchafinks, they were loud and rowdy and ruined everything they touched, and if they were bad enough, they woke up Glumstone." The counselor waited for the shock of his announcement to wear off. He didn't have to wait long. Said Miss Chalice. "Who's Glumstone?" "Who's Glumstone?" he roared in disbelief. "Why, he's the big cheese around here. That's who." That turned into a very different voice all of a sudden. Kinda gonna scare him shitless. He's about to. The Punchafinks. "Who's Glumstone?" he roared in disbelief. "Why, he's the big cheese around here. That's who. Glumstone the Giant is a huge and powerful monster, not to mention the meanest old hill you're ever likely to meet. And when those Punchafinks woke him up in the middle of the 50-year nap, you better believe he was plenty sore. He shook the ground and sent giant boulders flying through the air. But here's the tricky part. Because he was a mountain, every camper just looked like an ant to him. And since he couldn't tell the Hootenhollers from the Punchafinks, he decided to put a curse on both camps." "The curse of the mountain?" said Mugman. "Exactly. The curse said there'd be the best of two camps, could stay and live in harmony with nature, but the worst camp would be destroyed." This, as you can imagine, was disturbing news, but Cuphead just crossed his arms. "If this curse is so terrible, then why are we still in two camps?" he asked suspiciously. A small grin wriggled across Cagney's face. "Well, Mr. Smarty Pants, I'll tell you," he said. "You see, old Glumstone fell back asleep before he could decide which camp was best. And what do you think those lousy, no-good Punchafinks did then? They sabotaged us, that's what. Between their midnight raids and their dirty tricks, they spent years trying to turn Hootenholler into a wreck, because they knew that one day..." Woo! I can't see who it was. Who done did the damn thing? Rennick, why are we gnoming in the middle of the story? You're crazy for that one. Smarty Pants and They sabotaged us, that's what. Between their midnight raids and their dirty tricks, they spent years trying to turn Hootenholler into a wreck, because they know that one day the mountain's gonna wake up again, and when he does, he'll pick out the worst camp. Turn the page. I'm gonna turn, there we go. This is a little loud in my ears. I'm gonna turn that down for a second on mine, so I don't know. And wham! Smash it to smithereens. So now you know why Hootenholler Camp has to be on constant lookout for Punchafinks. 'Cause I can? Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Fair enough. Pop off, king, queen, do your thing. But what does a Punchafink look like? Asked Ginger. Cagney leaned in close with his voice got very low. Like something out of a nightmare, he said. They're 10 feet tall with gigantic horns and long twisted faces, and they breathe fire. Oh, a Punchafink's like nothing you've ever seen before. They could sneak up on you anywhere at any time, but I'm pretty sure we're safe here as long as nobody makes a... That's pretty cool, wasn't that? Okay. Suddenly, there was a terrifying screech, and a monster creeped...
And a horrible creature leaped out of the bushes. It was 10 feet tall, with a twisted face and gigantic horns on each side of its head. And when a stream of fire burst out of its wretched mouth, the campers screamed at the top of their lungs, and that's when they saw Cagney fall over backwards. He wailed. You should see the looks on your faces. Run! Run! It's a punch-a-fink! Let's get the fuck out of me, my dog. Got you. It's the punch-a-fink. You should have been listening to the story. You should have been ready. The punch-a-fink was coming out of nowhere. Cuphead was furious. He walked over to the massive intruder and pulled away a large twisted mask. It was Ollie Bulb, walking on a pair of stilts and holding a little torch. We got you good, Ollie snorted, and he laughed and laughed until he was crying. Cuphead turned around and stormed back to this still shivering group of campers. I told you the curse was a big joke, he said. They just wanted to scare us. Oh, they definitely wanted to scare us, and they did it. Said Canteen Hughes. But I'm not sure you're right about the curse. My grandfather was at Camp Hooten Hollow years ago, and he said giant boulders really did fall from the sky. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp in the microphone. I tried to hide from it. Oh dear. This wasn't what the campers hoped to hear at all. No one wanted boulders raining down on them. It sounded awfully painful and couldn't possibly be good for their umbrellas. Fortunately, Tully chimed in with a helpful suggestion. It seems to me there's only one thing to do, he said. We've just got to work extra hard to make Hooten Hollow the best camp that it can be. Everyone thought this was a fine idea. Well, not everyone. I need to see the dog? What dog? Where you see a dog? I got my dog in the kitchen. My dog chilling in the kitchen. Give me a little bird. Unless you mean... Oh, you know what? No, you know what? I see now. I read Phantoms wrong. Phantoms, you mean Riptide? Okay. See, I thought Phantom said you scared the fuck out of me, my dog. Not you scared the fuck out of my dog. I see. Sorry, Riptide. Now I feel bad. Phantom, sure. I don't know if Phantom had a picture on. Phantom might have posted a picture on Discord of Low Riptide. I don't know if that ever happened. I won't do it again. Sure, that's one way to do it, if you want to be a bunch of chumps, said Quint, stepping out from behind an oak tree. Don't you see? You don't need to make this camp better. You just gotta make their camp worse. Hit them before they hit you, got it? Then he grinned an oily grin and made him look like some kind of sinister troll. Cuphead frowned. He didn't know He didn't know if there really was such a thing as a punch-a-fink, but if they existed, they certainly hadn't done anything to him. And besides, the last thing he wanted was advice from Quint. Forget it, he said. We're not just gonna, Thank you, Lightning. I don't know who's talking. Is it Cuphead? It's Cuphead. Forget it, he said. We're just gonna cause trouble for anybody else because of a dumb old story about some phony baloney cuss. If we run into any campers, then we'll be good neighbors, because it's a Hooten Hollow way. Of course, all the campers agreed completely, but Quint just shook his head and rolled his beady little eyes. Suit yourself, he sighed. But don't say I didn't warn you. On to chapter 9. This is called It's a Punch-a-Fink! And there's a picture of them fighting like a little seagull or a pelican or something, with everybody running away. Oh, my thing's falling. Fight the intrusive thoughts now. Oh God, hold on. Sorry, my leg's getting a little pain in this chair. I'm like up against the metal bar. It might be nap time. Let's take a quick power nap, everybody. Just a couple seconds. Pretty nice. Dramatic effect, of course. We always have a dramatic effect. Forgive me. Turn the page. But how you guys hold up? You guys enjoying Campfire Stories? I don't even know what time it is. Okay, it's gone 3 o'clock. We got an hour yet. We got an hour, baby. Not, not sweet saying the fantastic thumbnail, and it's just me with my fucking big old clod hoppers on. See the quick information in the story. Just think about when you read it. Might be lots of writing. Turning back because you posted this. Oh, you posted this morning. To answer your question, Zenoza, in case you're still wondering about that, I would say keep the quirk information in there. I just think it still comes back to show, don't tell. And it's a story. It's all about telling. It's reading words. But I think if you walk up to me and say, this is this guy, his quirk is this, versus if you find a moment for every one of your characters to have their present mic, like, insert character, quirk, this, and like give them that moment for it to show up. I think, like, if you watch back D plus Ultra, right? Watch back D plus Ultra, right? Anytime one of us showed up, and either, I guess the characters less so, but like the side characters, their thing showed up when they were using their quirk. So like when Apex shows up, it's like Apex quirk, I forget the actual title of the quirk, but it was the telekinesis type deal. Giving them their moment where they do their thing, and then it's like, whoa, that's what he does? And then quirk, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So I think leaving the quirk information in there is good. I just think the way it's in could be improved. Because it's kind of just like, if we just say, yes, I'm here, this is what I do, it's less impactful than actually, doing it. And then there's the picture of Riptide in the Discord. Where are we looking? In the Gen chat? Oh, he said I'll post it later. Got it. I thought it was in there now. I'm sorry. I just can't read fandoms. By the way, Grandma Badass is on sale on Steam, in case you guys didn't know. Some say love it is a river that drowns. We should do campfire stories. Or campfire songs. If I could pause the music without getting up, I would. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Or CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. Boom, boom, boom. CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing a song. CAMPFIRESONG song. Patrick, song. CAMP Spinman. Good. It'll help. It'll help if you just sing along. Oh yeah! Thank you so much for listening to that rendition of Campfire Song by CGDannyB. Now, if you guys are enjoying the stream, thank you so much for being here. If you have it in your heart to retweet the stream link so that maybe some of your friends can come find it, or perhaps, tell a friend, tell a family member, someone who might enjoy the content. It really helps the channel grow. If you want to support financially, you can subscribe right here on Twitch. You get ad-free viewing plus the emotes. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you get a free sub every single month. If you don't redeem it, it goes into Amazon's pocket and you don't get that free viewership, and Jeff Bezos gets to build a mansion on the moon, and we don't need that. So make sure you link your Amazon to your Twitch account, get that free Prime sub every month. If you type !Prime in the chat, it should take you to the link that you need. And then you can give it to your favorite streamer, i.e. me, and support the channel. And it's greatly appreciated. And don't forget right now, if you subscribe, you get your name written on the Camp Counselor shirt. Also, don't forget about Rattlesnake Jake. I don't think anyone's redeemed Snake in a minute. But so I gotta imagine he's back up, so you can go again for round 2 or 3 or whatever. So thank you, Reddick. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. Ugh. Oh yeah. And the socials, appreciate it. Plug those. Oh, if you guys hadn't seen, I updated on Instagram. I'm trying to upgrade my highlights so I have like a little more content on the channel so people can stick around and do everything else. I updated my little icons and stuff on Instagram. I think I look really cool. And then I upgraded my socials. So, like all my stories for my socials have these cool little like banners now. I really like the way they came out. I'm also gonna update. I have the indie recommendations right now. I just have a video in there that's gonna come out. But I think when I have that, I'm gonna put like the games I've played. I'm like, oh, here's like 10 games I like, and then as I review games that I want to recommend, I'll put those in there with it to kind of go along with the review, you know. So that's what I want to do. Sorry, I know I'm talking outside of camper stuff here, but I'll be sure to post a selfie later of the shirt and be like, look at everybody who made it. Anyway, sorry, we were on chapter 9 of Cuphead. The campers all slept under the stars that night. Of course, technically, they always slept under the stars. You should look up sometime. The sky is literally jam-packed with those things. But, in this case, they were outside with no roof between them and the great twinkling canopy above. And that made it special. When Cuphead woke up early and eager for the next morning, he knew just what he wanted to do. "Let's take a nature hike," he said, and everyone enthusiastically sprung up from their sleeping bags and threw their shoes on. Threw their shoes at him, not on. The sun's not even up yet, grumbled Ginger. Go back to sleep. Well, if you know anything about Cuphead, you know that sleeping was the last thing on his mind. It was time for adventure, and he wasn't going to go. Turn the page. Sorry. He wasn't going to waste a single minute. So, what if some of the other campers didn't share? So what if some of the other campers didn't share X's excitement? He could always count on the two local companions. Sheesh, groaned Miss Chalice. Do we really have to do this? My foot's cramping up. Sorry. Let me fix that. Pigs and Jen, bet. My phone's currently in a pocket. I'll be sure to check it out here. But Lady Sig, you can see it now. You can see the doggo. Well, let me use rattlesnake thingy. Oh, why? Can anybody else use the rattlesnake? Oh, you might have maybe refreshed the stream. It should only have a 3-minute cooldown. There shouldn't be any kind of like certain like thing on it. Unless someone used it 3 minutes ago and I didn't see it, and then no one yelled at me. I assume it should be okay. Yeah, try refreshing and see if that fixes it. Sheesh, groaned Miss Chalice. Do we really have to do this? She was dragging a still sleeping Bugman behind her. Come on, it'll be fun, Cuphead said cheerfully. I'll pack a lunch. So he rustled up some marshmallow sandwiches, marshmallow salad, pickled marshmallows, and a canteen of turnip juice, which didn't taste too bad as long as you put some marshmallows in it. And they were on their way. As the trio hiked down the silent trail, the sun peeked over the horizon and winked at them. Mugman, stretching and yawning. Yeah, good morning, he said. Where am I and why am I here? Did it happen? I heard something, unless it was the music. Rattlesnake Jake. All right, lady Sigs. Signature fa. You ready for this one? All right, Jake. I'm not playing around with you. I don't know if the mic came unplugged, but it was coming unplugged, so I plugged it back in. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna go for the back ones. Yes, that's one, Jake. You dumb, stupid snake. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Okay. That's 2. 3. I'm trying to stone for you. I'm trying my best. That's 4. Bitch. Ah! He got me! This bitch fucking with the fucking... Stupid sneak. Alright. It's not meant to be, it is now. Oh, Brody, not right now. Hold on. I think I drew the S in the right direction. I'll stand up and show it after this one. Sig. Make sure I spell it. So, G-R-D. Okay. So, G. Come on. R. D-R. FA88. Okay. FA88. Oh, baby. Now we're talking. Check this out. Hold on. Look, everybody, you made it. We got. I hope you can see it. There's me, Medic, Phantom, Hypnotic, Rennick, Zenoza, and a Sig. Look at all this. Love it. I have to figure out. I guess I go around the bottom, and I think once I hit like Counselor, maybe I go up here. I think it's gonna be hard to ride up here though. You know what I mean? But afterwards, I'll post it on Twitter, so I'll be like, thank everybody for supporting the stream. You made it onto the shirt. Oh, I just realized, Sig, you went diagonal. You said straight? I don't think so. Dang. That's crazy. You are welcome indeed. You're welcome indeed. Let me reconfigure this Jake guy here. Try something here. Just I dropped all the nuggets. What are you freaking out for? Relax, I'm picking up your stupid nuggets. I don't know if it's a time thing or a number of times thing. It's like using one of the dryers in the freaking... Whoa! My life flashed before my eyes. Alright, sorry. Straight enough, you know about the whole Fortnite live event thing that was supposed to happen at a weird time or whatever? It just happened? It just finished? Wait, huh? The thing was supposed to happen like 11 p.m.? Hold on. Did it? Where do you see it? Because I don't currently see it anywhere. I'm quickly popping through Twitter. Oh, this Rogard's very pretty. Sorry, I'm distracted. There's like a bomb or something. I don't know. I just saw a bunch of streamers looking at it. Go to YouTube quick. Fortnite event. Pulled up Nick A30 quick. I don't know. I'm seeing everybody's like streams up. I don't know. Well, if it happened now, then they did really bad advertising. I saw like Nick A30 and Courage, yada yada yada. Okay, huh? Well, it sounds like something I'll concern myself with after this whole shenanigan. So yeah, send me a TikTok. I think the DMs are open now because you responded to my story. Now it's there. I think I was the thing. Yeah. Weird. Thanks, Fortnite. I'm wondering if like the Fortnite like season event is separate from like the Disney one, because the Disney one's all I saw the entire time. Yeah, if you send me the TikTok, I probably won't look at it here because I'm gonna distract you from the story and what we're doing here today. But oh fuck, my mic card was stuck. But Then at least I could check it out later, maybe, and see. The season ends in 5 days, so it's probably separate. Yeah, I guess. Just weird. Weird that, like, then it sounds like there's 3 different events. Well, I guess maybe not, because there's like the end of the season one that happens, then you can play a little more. So this is the end of the season 1, and then the D23 one's happening. I feel like if the next season is Marvel, they would have just done the D23 event as like the event. But I'm not entirely sure, so it's a big shoulder shrug, but forgive me, back to the story. The marshmallows in it, good morning. Yeah, good morning, he said. Where am I and why am I here? We're on a nature hike, and we're here to read the field guide, Cuphead told his we're on a nature hike, and we're here to read the field guide, Cuphead told his brother. Well, as you can imagine, Mugman was very excited. He was never without his trusty field guide and handy booklet filled with interesting facts about nature and the various things in it. He pulled it out of his pocket and began browsing the pages. Oh, here's something, he said. It's a guide to different types of plants. For example, do you know what this is? It's a tree, said Miss Chalice because it looked like a tree. Ah, but what kind of tree? Mugman asks. You see, different trees have different characteristics. This sounds like it was a challenge. Miss Chalice was intrigued. After all, there's nothing she enjoyed more than the test of her skills. So she moved closer to the specimen in question and gave it a thorough investigation. It was large and thick, with a tangle of branches and a bushy array of leaves. Is it a birch? She asked. Mugman checked his list. Nope, it's not a birch. An ash? She said. He shook his head. Well, what is it? A mulberry? A locust? A catalampa? A Roger, said the tree. A Roger, said the tree. Miss Chalice took a rapid step backwards. Excuse me? She asked. Thank you. Appreciate it, medic. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to check that out. That's my name, Roger, said the tree. Not that you bothered to ask. He let out a long, annoyed sigh. Oh, I didn't mean to disturb you, Miss Chalice told him. We were just trying to figure out what kind of tree you are. Anything you can tell just by looking, do you? He said. Well, because it seems to me that you're you really wanted to know what kind of tree I am, but you hadn't taken the time to get to know me. Or does that book tell you that I'm an avid reader who enjoys rainy days, bird watching, and doing the Sunday crosswords? He seemed very irritated. Oh no, it's not like that. We weren't trying to find out about you personally, Miss Chalice explained. We just wanted to identify you as an oak tree. Sorry, this is Cuphead. An oak tree, said Cuphead, who knew about these things. Yeah, as an oak tree. Oh, I see, huffed Roger. What you're saying is you weren't looking at me, you were looking at an oak tree, because all oak trees are the same, right? If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. It's not as if we have feelings or hopes or dreams or anything to share with the world, except oxygen, of course. You're welcome. No, you made yourself perfectly clear. There's nothing special about old Roger. I'm just a big old pile of wood to you. No, that's not what I meant, Miss Chalice. Miss Chalice assured him. But Roger was in no mood to listen. How would you like it if I only thought about you as a category? He said. I just open up a handy-dandy field guide and say, oh look, there's a camper, but there's nothing interesting about her because she's exactly like that camper, and the other camper, and those 4 campers over there by the lake, and so on. It gets a little monotonous, doesn't it? Did you say there were 4 campers over by the lake? Asked Cuphead. Roger had out his branch and pointed. Sure enough, 4 campers were coming ashore on a raft. Cuphead's face broke into a wide grin. Well, would you look at that? We should go introduce ourselves. Oh, sure. Now you want to introduce yourselves, said Roger. Oh, poor Roger. Poor Roger. Roger's POC coded. I can see it. I can see it, guys. Of course, you couldn't blame him for being excited. One of the very best things about spending a summer at camp was having the chance to meet new friends. So, without a moment's delay, the 3 of them hurried down to the water's edge. Hello there, called Cuphead. We saw you coming across the lake on your raft. She's a real beaut. Thanks. We built it ourselves. Sorry. Thanks. We built it ourselves, said a girl wearing a very smart little pirate hat. A very smart little pirate hat. Interesting. Okay. Cuphead held out his hand. I'm Cuphead, and this here is Mugman and Miss Chalice. I'm Cora, said the girl, squeezing his hand like it was an uncracked walnut. And that's Sal Sputter, and those two are Ribby and Croaks. Oh shit. I didn't realize who we were getting. She pointed at two large frogs and a muscular potato. They were dragging the raft onto the shore. Cuphead waved, but the group paid no attention. Jeepers, I'd sure like to be able to build a raft like that, he said. Oh, this is nothing, Cora told him. We're learning how to build all kinds of swell stuff at camp. Cuphead couldn't help feeling a little envious. Is your camp around here? Said Miss Chalice. Yes, it's on the other side of the lake, said Cora. We're at Camp Punch-a-Fink. Well, the infamous Camp Punch-a-Fink. Cuphead had millions of questions, but before he could say a word... Punch-a-Finks! Shrieked Mugman. Sorry, Riptide, didn't mean to scare you, but I'm sure I did. And then his arm shot up like a warning sign pointing out danger. Cuphead immediately threw a hand over his brother's mouth. Well, you'll have to forgive him, he said. He's never met a Punch-a-Fink before. You see, we're from Camp Hoot and Holler. Ruby and Croaks both turned and looked at him. Saul Spud growled. Oh, Hoot and Holler? Said Cora, and there was a nervous sound in her voice. How do you, like it over there? It's aces, said Cuphead. Just a swell place. Ruby and Croaks snickered to themselves. If you like garbage, Sal muttered. Cuphead frowned and narrowed his eyes. Then he remembered his pledge to be a good neighbor. I'll admit it had some problems when we arrived. Turn the page. But we got it all fixed up now. It's better than ever, he said. Oh, I'm sure you did the best you could, Cora told him. Still, it seems like a waste of time considering... What do you mean? Oh, seems like a waste of time considering... What do you mean considering? Miss Chalice said. Well, considering it's going to be destroyed. Nothing personal. It's not a fault the camp's. It's not your fault the camp's cursed. You take that back, Miss Chalice yelled, and Cuphead held her by the collar while she punched blindly into thin air. Look, there's no curse, Cuphead said, and even if there was, what makes you think your camp wouldn't be the one destroyed? All the Punch-a-Finks laughed out loud. Because Camp Punch-a-Fink is the best. We've always been the best, and we always will be, Cora explained. Our grounds... Sorry, the page is flipping to the fan. Our grounds aren't a disaster. Our cabins aren't held together with bubblegum and string, and while the Punch-a-Finks are standing here with the raft we built ourselves, Hoot and Holler are standing here with... She looked at Miss Chalice, who was still swinging at invisible invaders. That, she said. The rest of the Punch-a-Finks strolled over to join Cora. Just wondering, does your director still get lost every time he walks out of the room? Ribby cackled. No, not every time, yelled Mugman. Sorry, I want to make sure my headphones were like dang on the floor. No, not every time, yelled Mugman. The argument could have gone on, but Cuphead had heard enough. Clearly, Punch-a-Finks were every bit as bad as Elder Kettle had described them, and there was no point in continuing the discussion. Let's get out of here, he told his friends. So the three of them turned around and began walking back up the trail. Have a good day at Camp Hurt and Holler, Sal Sputter called after him. Oh, we will. Have a fun time at Camp Bunch of Stink, said Cuphead. Fucking got him, dude. Fucking bunch of stink. Dummies. And that's when the rock bonked him in the back of the head. Cuphead swerved around with a gleam of pure vengeance in his eyes, but the Punch-a-Finks just stood there whistling a little tune, his hands cradled innocently behind him. All right, he snarled. What are you is a lousy, no good rock flinger? Oh, you're wrong, said Cora, flashing a playful grin. We're all lousy, no-good rock flingers. And without another word, the four of them began to pummel the Hoot and Hollers with a shower of stones. Take cover! Cuphead yelled, and a moment later, they were hunkered down in a clump of trees. What do we do now? Asked Miss Chalice. Cuphead was wondering the same thing himself. He quickly scanned the area. What's that? He asked, pointing to an odd-looking bird who happened to land nearby. Bugman checked his field guide. Pelican, he said. Well, that was all Cuphead needed to hear. He quickly snatched the bird off the ground and held it under his arm like a set of bagpipes. Load her up, he said. With what? Asked Miss Chalice. It was a very good question. It wasn't as if the pelican came with its own ammunition. The three of them were stumped, but just when it looked like all hope was lost, Roger gave his leaves a furious shake. His feathers? No, his leaves? Oh, sorry, no, Roger's the tree. I was like, Roger's the bird? Roger gave his leaves a furious shake. Out fell hundreds of acorns. Nothing to see here, just Roger being incredibly helpful, said the oak tree. I don't suppose it mentions that about me in the field guide. I'll pencil it in, cried Miss Chalice, and she grabbed an armful of acorns and dropped them into the bulging pouch of the pelican's bill. While Cuphead held the bird and Mugman clenched his feet, clenched his feet and took careful aim. The brothers each took a deep breath. Now, Cuphead said. Suddenly, out came a rapid-fire stream of woodland projectiles. The rock-throwing Punchafinks were... I'm butchering the sentence, forgive me. The rock-throwing Punchafinks were pelted over and over again until finally, finding themselves defenseless against the relentless acorn assault, they retreated back to the safety of their raft. Hooray! The friends cheered as they were watching the enemy sail away. That'll learn them, said Miss Chalice. Naturally, the three of them thanked Roger many times, and the pelican just as many. Then, giddy with the elation of victory, they turned around and made their way back to camp. We've met the Punchafinks in battle, Cuphead announced proudly when they returned to the group, and we won! The campers let out a rousing cheer, and they wanted to know all about the Punchafinks and what had happened. The trio told them the whole story. When they were done, the group begged them to tell it again. It was a great day for Hoot and Holler. But, even in the midst of celebration, there was one figure who looked anything but pleased. Wrongway had an expression of dread they had never seen before. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear me, he muttered. Oh, I do hope that's the end of it. Cuphead didn't know the direction he was worried about. The director was so worried about. Maybe his needle was pointing in the wrong direction again? After all, it was good news, and good news is something to celebrate. And that's exactly what the Hoot and Hollers did. Chapter 10, The Midnight Raid. Let me see here. What are we doing on time? 8:21. Okay. It won't take us 40 minutes, but we might try and do this chapter and wrap it up. Because I'm getting a little discomforted over here. Yeah. This is fun. I'm definitely down to make this more. I mean, like, September is right around the corner, so we could do this again, but I feel like it might be another good, like, community goal rather than... This is the thing of doing community goals, sub goals, then September goals, and I got to figure out, like, what's the scale for any of them, and then recycling some for, well, this time it was this, but this time it was that, so, you know, just got figuring those out. But anyway, Chapter 10, The Midnight Raid. Uh-oh. Cuphead had a very pleasant dream that night. For the first time since they arrived, the dream of the friendly bear and of sipping sweet pineapple juice and of skiing effortlessly across the lake behind a motorboat. Sorry, I'm trying to get a way to hold this book here. But even good dreams must come to an end, and all too soon came the first glimmer of daylight, and with it, the rooster's melodious call. Jumpin' Jiminy! The early bird screeched. What tarnation went on here last night? Cuphead and Mugman leaped from their bunks and rushed out of the cabin. They found the others waiting there. Look at this place, said Miss Chalice. It was not a pretty sight. Strewn across the camp were old tin cans, heaps of litter, and every kind of muck. Flowers were trampled, signs were torn down. Turn the page. And the place looked nearly as miserable as it had the day they arrived. What could have caused this? There was a tornado last night? Asked Ginger. Excuse me. This was no tornado, said Canteen Hughes, giving the grounds a long, deliberate stare. It was the curse. The curse, of course. What else could it have been? Everyone agreed there was really no other explanation, and they all broke out in a terrible case of goose pimples. Except for the geese, they broke out into people pimples. As frightened campers tend to do. Cuphead believed it was the curse as well, but not the kind inflicted by some fabled mountain. This calamity had a much more malevolent source. Fuck me. Sorry, team. Sorry if you're a kid trying to listen to this beautiful story. I'm butchering it. The Punchafinks, he growled. It all made perfect sense. The Punchafinks, angry about their humiliation at the camp, raided the camp in the middle of the night. Humiliation at the lake, raided the camp in the middle of the night. It was just the kind of destructive act Cagney was warning them about in the Campfire tale. Punchafinks? Said Ginger. But I thought you said they were too scared to show up here. Well, Cuphead stammered. Yeah, you said you taught them a lesson and they'd never forget, said Canteen Hughes. Mugman glanced at the camp. I guess they forgot, he said. Well, suffice it to say, campers were not pleased. The air was filled with loud, angry noises, and an army of accusing fingers sprung to attention and pointing at Cuphead. Then a tall, slim figure pushed his way across the crowd. You, snapped Cagney, giving Cuphead a venomous glare. You just had to go and stir things up with the Punch-a-Finks, didn't you? Well, look around, smart guy. I hope you're happy. You've ruined everyone's summer. And before Cuphead could even begin to explain, the cantankerous carnation wheeled around and stormed down the path. The crowd moved in closer. Sorry, something's making whirring in this place, dog. It's Jeepers, it's not my fault, Cuphead told him. Can I help it if the Punch-a-Finks are too stubborn to know when they're licked? And remember, they attacked us. We were only defending ourselves. Besides, what happened at the lake doesn't matter now. What matters is what happened here last night. Turn the page. Now, furious as they were, the campers had to admit that these were valid points. Slowly, they turned and gazed at their beloved Hoot and Holler. It was a real mess. Cuphead's right, yelled Miss Chalice, moving to the center of the pack. The Punch-a-Finks did this. Are we just going to stand here and let them get away with it? No, roared the crowd. And then it grew louder, and even it grew louder than ever, chanting things like "Avenge Hoot and Holler" and "Punish the Punch-a-Finks" and "Wallop the Worm Eater." Okay, the last one must have been the earthworms. They pumped their fists and practiced the most terrifying scowls. I say we go find these Punch-a-Finks and settle this the Hoot and Holler way, bellowed Cuphead, and the camp responded with a rousing cheer. All right, then we'll need a dozen pelicans, a cartload of acorns, and excuse me, said a quiet voice at the rear of the crowd. Do you mind if I say something? The voice was whisper soft and could easily have been lost in the turmoil, but there was something about its kindness and sincerity that made the group stop what they were doing and listen. Now, I know this looks bad, and I don't blame anyone for being upset, said Tully. But the fact is, no one saw what happened, so even though we might have our suspicions, we have very little reason for having them. We don't actually know that it was the Punch-a-Finks. Please understand, I'm not saying it wasn't them, but I do think we should be careful. I mean, do we really want to retaliate against someone who might turn out to be completely innocent? Well, as you can imagine, this led to a good deal of grumbling and shrugging and pacing around. After all, there's nothing an angry crowd dislikes more than working itself to a good fervor? Into a good furor only to have someone come along and bring reasonableness into the picture. The truth is, no one was quite sure what to think. Then, as the sun climbed higher into the sky, Wrongway's long shadow fell upon the group. This is a very wise young turtle, he told the crowd. We can all learn from his example. Because whether this was the Punch-a-Finks or whether it wasn't, nothing good can come from the continuing this ridiculous feud. It'll only bring more destruction and more unhappiness. So, as your director, I'm asking you, let it end here. There will be no war with Camp Punch-a-Fink. Is that clear? Turn the page.
Aw, man, of course there is.
Yes, director, the camper replied. Wrongway turned and looked at the gathering ringleaders. And we're going to forget all about this, right?
Absolutely, said Cuphead. Positively, said Miss Chalice.
I've forgotten already, Mugman told him. The director took a long, probing look at their faces, and after scratching his chin and wrinkling his forehead, decided he was satisfied. Of course, if he hadn't taken a peek behind their backs and discovered that 3 sets of secretly crossed fingers, he might have felt differently. But there's no use dwelling on that now. Very good, he said. Now, let's put this unfortunate event behind us and get on with having a great summer. That's the Hoot and Holler way. The campers nodded their head and doubtfully retreated to their cabins. Cuphead started back as well, but on the way, he ran into an obstacle. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. The obstacle gloated. Oh, this is whatever the obstacle is. Oh, it's Quint. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. The obstacle gloated. Leave me alone, Quint, said Cuphead. But Quint did not leave him alone. He followed Cuphead all the way back to the cabin, repeatedly reminding him of how right he had been about the Punch-a-Finks. I told you if you didn't hit them, they were going to hit you. And look what happened, he said. For someone who hated to say I told you so, Quint said it an awful lot. Cuphead sighed and reached for the doorknob. For some reason, he wasn't sure why, he hesitated. We don't even know that it was the Punch-a-Finks, he said. Quint's eyes nearly rolled out of his head. Oh, come on, he groaned. Fucking page. He groaned. This is the most Punch-a-Fink thing I've ever seen. Take a look at this place. You don't seriously think anyone else would have done it, do you? And there was the rub. The truth of the matter was, Cuphead didn't think it was anyone else. And if anyone but Quint were asking, he would have told him so. But he wasn't about to give the smirking bus driver the satisfaction. Gee willikers, will you lay off? Cuphead said. Wrongway told us to forget about it, and he knows best. So, you could just drop it, because I'm not going to do anything to the Punch-a-Finks. A grimace crossed Quint's face, but it quickly turned into a horrible smile of his. The one that made the world a little less sunny. Sure, just leave him alone. Wrongway knows best, he gabbed. And next time, instead of wrecking up the place, they'll probably bring tea and cookies. Next time? Asked Cuphead. Well, why would there be a next time? Quint raised a worrisome eyebrow, then turned to leave. There's something you should know about the Punch-a-Finks, kid, he said, walking away. They always come back. And with that, I think it's a good place to wrap it up. Let me see. That's chapter 10. Hold on. I don't know how many chapters there are. That's the end of the book. Oh, I see where all the hidden stuff is. They show like what the... Oh, hold on. I want to see how many chapters there are. I'm trying to find the title card for last chapter. 21. Okay. So look at there's 21 chapters in here. So in our 3 streams, we've gotten halfway through this book. Oh man. All right. Tell you what. I don't know. Is there anybody in chat who hasn't redeemed the thing yet? Is there anyone worth adding to the shirt? I'm assuming not at this point. Okay. I think it's a times thing. I don't think it's so much of like when he here we go. Yeah, I think it's so much of how long you sit there, because I feel like if I just took something and sat here, what if I did this? If I put the book in here, no, it won't work. Yeah, I think if I just sat here, I don't think it'll ever go off. So, regardless, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me for this Saturday stream. Next week, I have to figure out what's going on. I think Monday night, me, Connor, and Kanai are going to be playing Shoulders of Giants, which is basically Risk of Rain with frogs. So if you want to see that, well, the 3 of us will be doing that. I think Chris is invited. I just think with work schedule and we got keys for that one, so I only got the 3. So unless Chris wants to pick it up for himself, it's all like a big old maybe. And then Thursday, I think I'm going to play Crush House, because I've been playing that here a little bit on the side over the weekend. I'm really loving that game. It's really fun. We played the demo for Next Fest. And then Saturday, I won't be streaming because we're going to a graduation party. So I won't be here Saturday. But then we'll figure it out the following week. So, yeah, that's what the schedule's looking like for this coming week. I appreciate you guys. I know you'll get me something to eat here. If you guys want to listen to some more Campfire stories, we'll probably make this another future thing for... the next one might just be the community goal where you spend your points. I got to figure out what to do with all those, but I have to sit down and make a list. I just have so many things in my life that I have to sort out. And when it comes to streaming, and we have all these different things we want to do, but it's when and well and blah, 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 blah. But regardless, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Y'all are beautiful and lovely. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Now I have to go stand up and turn off the stream because it's out of my reach, but I love you. You're beautiful. And everyone have a lovely weekend. And don't forget, hoot and holler. I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing for that. Sorry. Oh no, I'm trapped. My headphones. Oh, I just put that right in the mic. Sorry. Good Lord. Oh, up now.
the game is
Yo, wait till I was walking with it. I almost didn't hear it.
I never play nice. I'm the devil's
Wrong hand.
right hand. I can't let you pass, cause you ain't done everything. Bring me those contracts, come on, bring them to the king.
Almost missed that one. All right. There we go. Night, y'all. Have a good one.